And you still only just see my my screen, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
We're just seeing your screen right now.
Oh, sweet. So I could still navigate everything else. All right, cool.
Yeah, and it looks like we're live too.
Sweet.
Oh. All right.
All right, cool. I don't need this tablet right now because I can check Twitter right on my PC right now.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, and I'm not echoing on the stream. Okay, all right. I think we're ready to go. All right, I'm gonna grab the link. I know this is the one thing I hate, that you can't get the link for the stream ahead of like starting it. I wish I could. That would make setting up like and getting the whatchamacallits, the links to Twitter and stuff way faster. We are live. Bam. Join us for a drink draw with at Animate or and at MRM EQ Boy. Perfecto, rah. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, we already got a few people in here. Nice.
Sweet.
That is there, but I'm not seeing it there. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to take the pop-out chat and move it over here so I can actually see it. Cool, perfect. Hey, welcome, guys. It is I, Josh the Amazing Animator, here with another Indiesphere stream. It's been a while. I think it's been about 3 weeks since I've actually done a proper one. It's just been a crazy hectic time. But it is the perfect time to do so because we finally have our boy, our friend, Mr. Troy Torres. Mr. Marlena Cruz on Twitter, if you will. Yeah, saved it.
That was very slick.
Thank you. Creator of Juanpool, and it is Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, and I think we've got a lot to be thankful for right now. Wouldn't you say?
I have a lot actually that I'm thankful for. Even though this was like a crappy year, I accomplished a lot of things that I had been wanting to. So, like, I can't get too mad at 2020.
Well, I mean, one thing in particular, and part of why I wanted to do this stream this week with you and anybody else on the Science Wizard crew that happened to jump in, which we might have Kraken coming in later, is we are finished fulfillment on Juanpool, issues 1 and 2, the Indiegogos that we were doing. So,
yay!
Celebration time!
It is time for us to just go nuts.
Go nuts for donuts.
I'm gonna go nuts with donuts. I love it.
I think I'll just go nuts with some space buns. I'm trying to watch my weight.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm nowhere near that stuff. Marley's a good boy. Okay.
Marley's a good boy.
Marley's a good boy.
How the roles have reversed. But also, we got a few people in the chat already, which is nice. We got my Pickles. And,
hello.
And good buddy Rare Logic as well.
Hey.
Rare Logic was asking me some advice earlier on like drawing tablets and stuff. So she's good people. She's good people. Very friendly.
Oh yes, we're good friends. We talk. All right, I'm gonna draw something tonight, huh?
Let's draw something. And we got
what should I draw?
We got our beverages. I got myself some Kraken and Coke.
I got myself some spiked Arnold Palmer.
That sounds fancy.
Ooh, we got a blue teddy bear. Hiya.
Yeah, we do. And hiya back.
Oh God, I'm gonna apologize right now, everyone. I don't want to pay for this program that lets me AirPlay my tablet onto my PC. So you're gonna see this come up every so often. I'm very cheap right now. Maybe later I'll pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm doing the same thing, so I don't think anyone can really fault us for that. Plus, like, I mean, we just found out about this program, so you know, we're sort of testing it out, testing the waters. This is our first kind of test of it.
Yeah. Hmm. All right. I should do this the way I officially do things, huh?
There we go.
I'm gonna turn this into a tutorial. I always use the airbrush to flesh out what I want to do.
Yeah, have it nice and thick at first, right?
Yeah, I just like to get shapes. I like to gather all my shapes.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll go in and I'll do like a more defined sketch with a pencil. And then after that, that's when I start doing my inks. And like, you know, bro, I do all my editing in ink.
Right.
How? I don't know. I don't know how I do that, but
I don't know. Like I tend to do something kind of similar, but I don't know. I'm just been kind of all over the place with my art lately. Oh, is that Juan?
is it?
It certainly looks like a Juan.
I figured this would be a nice thing to draw live for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely one of the nice things about Juan is that like he's instantly recognizable even before you've got like any facial features or costuming going. He's got such a great like unique body shape.
Yeah, he definitely has like a very well defined silhouette. Like, you know, when you're looking at Juanpool.
Absolutely, I love that.
I love it too because and this is not talking crap. It's just an observation because I do a lot of commissions for people. I found a lot of people tend to have similar looking characters and OCs. Like if you were just doing silhouettes, it's really hard to tell some characters apart.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think we've definitely got like a leg up on that with the Science Wizard folks. Like you've got one who's got like these like strong limbs and then but there's like big fat midsection, and then we've got Pineapple Pizza Man who's just like a big fucking triangle with with what do you call it? Just like some limbs sticking out of it.
Ooh.
Nice, unique silhouettes. They work well
Very
together,
nice.
as is referenced by this beautiful T-shirt of all three of our boys together, which you can find in the Teespring store. And Rare Logic, absolutely, you are correct. You got to try it before you buy it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my god, I love it. I love Juanpool. I haven't tried him in so long. I've been drawing other things lately. I've been drawing other things, so it's good to get back to damn, the fat man in pink.
I love him, and a lot of people do too. We've been getting nothing but good reviews and whatnot with Juanpool.
Well, I'm glad because I'm no writer.
Yeah,
You know, that's what I always tell people. I'm not really a writer. I'm an artist. Like I hate to admit it, but the last part of me creating a story is like dialogue and writing.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I tend to storyboard out everything I see in my head, and then, you know, in post-production, that's when I start to really flesh out dialogue, and which I like because that's where I get the funniest ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? Anytime you see like really funny dialogue, it's because like on the spot I just came up with something stupid and I was like, you know?
I mean, if it makes you laugh, chances are like anybody else familiar with the character is gonna like it too.
Oh, I what I always tell people at work, my clients, is I tell jokes for me. If someone else laughs, that's a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really telling jokes for myself to laugh.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way I've always seen it. Is if you're liking it, like chances are someone else is going to too.
Yeah. And you'll always have the people that are just unhappy with whatever you do. And I mean, there's nothing you could do about it.
Nope.
You could either scream into the void all you want at them, or you could just like, mute block and move on.
Yeah, and that's definitely been working for us lately.
Yeah.
The both of us, because I mean, I've had to deal with some pretty odd people.
Well, 2020 taught me the wonders of blocking.
Right?
I always had like this, no, blocking's for pussies, all this stuff. But at a certain point, and I've told you this in private, there's some people I end up blocking because I see how much they harass and follow and dox other people. And it's just, you know what? Let me just preemptively keep my tweets away from you.
Yeah.
And we have a Croco in the stream. Hi, Croco.
Hey, Croco, how's it going? Also, Rare Logic, do not worry. Juanpool, we will be back. We are setting up a couple different ways to pick up a copy of that. I'm working on setting up some print-on-demand stuff through Kablam, and eventually we're going to also go through Amazon and whatnot too, but they only do graphic novels, like they don't do individual issues. So we're going to have to wait a little bit on that one. But the Kablam stuff's doing pretty good. I've got the second round of the print proofs from Kablam. We got one more round of print proofs, hopefully one more round. And then I've also sent out the rough print of Pineapple Pizza Man as well through Kablam, so that when we're done with the Indiegogo for Pineapple Pizza Man, the print on demand stuff for that is going to be ready to go right away. At least that's the hope. You never know what's going to happen, and Kablam has not been an easy platform to work with at all.
This was like a nightmare book, bro. This was a nightmare project, but I'm glad that we went through it in a way. I'm not glad for the sake of our fans. I will always apologize no matter what. They didn't deserve for how late it was. But that's why we always stayed transparent and kept telling people the exact truth. I would rather tell the truth and look bad than to lie to buy another week of time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm completely on the same page, and I think most people recognize that. I mean, if you look through our updates and whatnot, like they're extremely transparent. I've even got like text messages, I think, from the printer that screwed us.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Croco. Mwah. Go enjoy your night. Happy Thanksgiving.
We love you, Croco. Thanks for coming in, bud. The Croco has arrived. Do strange things for my amusement.
Well, we're not doing anything super strange tonight.
Yeah, but you can DM me later. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good.
It's hard to turn it off, bro. It's hard to turn it off.
It's a casual stream today.
Good. I really hate streams that have a subject because I'm really bad at sticking to the subject.
I like them, but it's not like an everyday thing.
Right.
I wouldn't want to do it every day.
Yeah, I couldn't do like dedicated live streaming every day. I wouldn't know what to say every day.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like trying to get like somebody every single week, like a different person every week or like a different guest. That can be pretty tough. Actually, you know what? I should just get my own art as reference. What am I doing? I've already got like the perfect reference. Pshaw. But man, just like trying to get somebody on every week can be difficult. And then trying to think of like something to talk about if you don't have a guest, like because my mind's a fog most nights. I'm just like, oh, like what's the next task that needs to be done?
I tend to be a mess sometimes. And I will admit, the last like month or so, I've been kind of a mess. But that was more because of like a bunch of stupid stuff going. Like I had a lot of truck problems last month, man. I mean, my truck just did not want to work with me, no matter what.
That sucks. Oh, and while I have this open, I might as well like showcase this a little bit. Like, look at all this beautiful, beautiful books getting into people's hands. It's gorgeous. Look at all that. We got Sporkman here doing a little unboxing. Just post after post after post of people getting their Juanpool merch. All that beautiful, beautiful books. I love it. I love it. That's what I like to see, man. That makes it all that makes it all worth it.
That, and and getting back to the transparency over being late, it's one thing I like to remind people, we screwed up on numbers because we wanted to get people cool stuff.
Yeah, like we got way too excited. Like we basically were just like, oh my God, here's something we could do. We could do this and this and this.
And it was never, at least, you know what? No, I'll go ahead and speak on your behalf because I feel that you were coming from the same place as me. It was, these people have been so supportive. They've
Absolutely.
been on our side since day one. They deserve the best package at the best price.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they got.
Yeah.
No lie, no question.
They might as well call us crazy because we was just giving that shit away.
Because we're a crazy boys.
I'm telling you, dude, it's literally what you just said. It was one of those, like, we were drunk on power. And not even drunk on power, we were drunk off fan love. Yeah. Like, I was shooting fan love straight into my toe. Like, in between my toes, I was just shooting fan love. And I was like, I need that rush. Trading cards. I need another rush. Pinups. I need another rush. Sticker. Sheet. And it was like, oh, God. But I don't regret any of it because everybody got, like, really good stuff.
Yeah, you know what? That's exactly the perfect analogy is drugs because it is like a drug, especially like when we got onto the Indiegogo and we got like funded on day one. It was just like, oh yeah.
That was I honestly, for as exciting as it was in hindsight, I really wish we would have gradually made our goal over a month because it was like us getting one day funded was just like, oh my God, the keys to the kingdom, give them to me now.
Yeah, it was like heroin straight into the veins.
It was like going to a party and someone like, here, man, have some of this, and you're like, should I really do it? Yeah, man, right now.
It's like, what is this? Don't ask questions.
Shut up, we'll tell you after.
Don't ask questions. Just shoot this strange substance into your veins.
Like, bro, are you cool? You a square? Like, what's going on? I thought you said this guy was cool.
I thought you said you're not some kind of pussy, are you?
Yo, are you a fucking knock? Is this guy a knock? This guy's a fucking knock.
That's too true, man. We got
it was fun. It was a really fun time. I think that was the height of my persona in those days too.
Yeah.
And I was flying high off of shitpost love. And here's my advice to people. You got to pick which one you want to be. Do you want to be a prolific shitposter on Twitter, or do you want to sell comic books? Because you're not going to do both for long.
Yeah.
I've seen people, they'll ask me, they're like, how do I get more successful? Put more art out.
Yeah.
If someone followed you because of sick art, and then you go a week just talking about culture and politics and drama, they're going to unfollow. And in the other direction, if someone followed you for a sick shit post, they don't care about your art really. Mm-hmm. I mean, they'll give you a like, but that's not why they're there unless you now use your art for shit posting. And in this very polarized time, you're better off investing into something that's cancel proof.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just put your art out there. Find the audience for your art and just keep feeding them.
Yeah, it's like
You
that
know?
whole which wolf are you gonna feed? Are you gonna feed the shit posting wolf that gets you in trouble all the time, or are you gonna feed the art wolf that's gonna get you all kinds of love and customers and build on ideas and
Exactly.
hopefully make some money?
I can successfully say it took me almost 2 years of shit posting to break 1,000 followers. It took me 1 month of drawing penises to get the same amount. I found an audience. I gave them what they wanted to see. And like I always do, I interact with my fans. I love to interact with people. I love to talk with people. I don't let you get fresh if I don't like you, but for the most part, you want to engage your audience. You want to, promote your book. Do you want to be the brand new Keemstar who talks nothing about drama on YouTube? Or do you want to be a successful indie creator?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because worst case scenario, you get hired to one of the big two. Notice I said worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, you get a job with Marvel,
I noticed.
You bang out something super divisive for them because that's what they're all about. And that's something else that I'm like, people need to stop taking the bait because Rage Click sells stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if something comes out that you're so against, just unfollow it. Just ignore it. Because when you go down that, every day making 16 posts about this thing you hate, you're just getting it traction. You're just getting it seen more, especially if you have a huge following.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get people retweeting that constantly. Now, everyone by now should know how the Twitter algorithm works. The more replies and retweets something get, the higher it stays on basically the timeline.
Yeah.
And the more it'll keep getting pushed up. So the more people get to see this thing that you hate and don't want around. So it's like you're working against yourself and creating enemies.
So you either want to, put stuff out that you want to see on your timeline, or put stuff out that you don't want to see on your timeline.
Exactly.
It's really like, as simple as that. I learned that too. Like I am trying really hard to avoid, talk about drama, like whatever drama of the week is going on, and just focus on more fun stuff.
Yeah, do the fun. I mean, me personally, I won't even do like the trendy drawing of the week, And you know what I'm talking about. Every week or so, there's that trendy drawing. And if I see it's in the direction of antagonizing people, I'm good. I'll draw something else that week.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can have your fun. I'll definitely like them. I'll definitely laugh along with you. But these days, I feel like my time is better spent producing the things I want to see.
Absolutely.
We complain. I mean, me of all people, obviously, I would want to see better gay and bi people in comics. So I wrote good gay and bi people in my comics.
Yeah, it's not impossible, And I even me, like I always thought I remember before I even heard about the whole LGBT community and all that, like all that stuff. Like I actually was thinking about what would be a really interesting idea would be like an action, or like a big budget action movie, but it's like, it's not like, oh, the guy's trying to save his girlfriend or something. It's actually like his boyfriend. And I mean, it's not like, groundbreaking or anything, but I was just like, that would be something interesting to shake things up. But man, once you start understanding or interacting with that community, you're just like, man, forget that.
Yeah.
Because for one,
it's never going to be good enough.
Well, I'm from my point of view, it's that I'm too much of an individualist. I don't like being part of communities because then you're responsible and in a way liable for whatever anybody does within your community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I'm going to slightly tiptoe into politics, you will see that the people that are the most despised on both sides are the most egregious and outspoken.
Mm-hmm.
Yet both sides get completely blanketed by that opinion. And there's my one and only ever going into politics.
Yeah.
Let's stay away from it. Well, let's go to the chat and check out what people are talking about. Broken Sword is in here, and he says, "I cherish those small doodles, Marl."
Well, that's Croco.
That's Croco. Oh, okay.
That's Croco.
Gotcha. His work is fantastic. Anywho, just stop by to say hi. Pickles is doing some flats and listening at the same time, so I might be very talkative in the chat. That's all right, Pickles. Always happy to have you here. He's working on Vestry, I think it is. I'm not 100% sure. I know he hangs out with.
He's shilling, and I love him because he shills in the correct way. You know, when you got a project going, you want to constantly put that out there. You want to go in over and over. You know who is the king, I feel, of getting himself out there? Jack Irons. You know what I mean?
100%.
Great friend. And he is just, I mean, clap it. So good with it.
Yeah.
That I kind of, next time around, I would love to kind of get more on that with the campaign. If I remember correctly, I got suspended during the campaign for like
during the Juanpool campaign.
Yeah, I got suspended like maybe for like 2 or 3 days.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember.
I'm just gonna say it was because of a drawing based off of a protagonist of a popular 80s Nintendo game, and that's it.
80s Nintendo game. What could that be?
Yeah, if you think of it, don't say it.
I can't think of it.
But anyhow.
But yeah, looks like Pickles is indeed working on
sorry guys, I'm taking a quick break on my drawing because I realized I flew through pencils and stuff. So I kind of want to spread it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm
plus I'm having some cigarettes while I have my drink.
I gotta get some chunk and knockers on.
What are you working on, Josh?
Oh well, I'm working on a just a fun little moon girl. I'm sure you remember my previous moon girl pictures. Can you not hear me? Pop pop. Check 1 2. Can you not hear me?
Hello?
I can hear you.
Are we still on?
Yeah, we're still on.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep this going. Yes, Blue Teddy, that is exactly what you're thinking it was. That all right, good. So you guys can hear me. That's all that matters.
But you can't hear me.
Probably. Josh, is everything good on your end? Because I see a little thing blinking, but I don't hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck. I kind of heard you now. Hello?
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, we're back.
All right, good.
God damn.
I'm awful at being by myself.
Blue Teddy. Oh, LOL. I think I know the one you're talking about. I saw that long before I was even following you because of how mad people got. I know the one.
It was my difficulty. Sorry, guys. Maybe my headphone jack was like screwy. Sorry about that. I must have sounded like, I almost said a bad word. I must have sounded like something bad.
Yeah, they can hear both of us. So.
Right. I just couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
But that's fixed now. Good. Did you finally figure out what I was talking about?
Yes, I did. I
All right.
remember. And yeah, I think that was during the campaign.
Mm-hmm. Which actually increased boosts. It boosts sales for a little bit there.
Yeah, it does, but like, man, you want to get like sales based on, you know,
Yes, on
people
merit.
being excited for the book, right? Not on outrage.
Well, I to me that's the same thing as like getting hired because of a checkbox.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really earn those sales. You know, they were given to me for technical reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely get that. I mean, every sale is appreciated either way, but like
Absolutely.
the ones where they're just like, oh, the new Juanpool, I need to get that. So excited. Also, Rare Logic, I forgot to mention this earlier, but there will be another opportunity soon to get Juanpool. Oh, no, I did say that, yeah. I don't know which one's going to end up happening first, whether it's going to be the print on demand through Kablam and Indie Planet, or if it's going to be through the next campaign, which is going to be Pineapple Pizza Man, because we do have some leftover Juanpool books, and I figured, like, why not make them available through there? Like, just do that.
Yeah. I'm down.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Hey, more Juanpool books in people's hands. That's what we want.
I've read through them a couple times. It's weird looking at your own work in a comic.
It's a little different once it's in the actual book, eh?
Yeah, real different. Like real different. I was actually showing it off to one of the guys I work with, and he's like, "No way you drew this!" And like, I opened up my tablet and started showing him. He's like, "Dude, oh my god!" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro." It's like, "Yeah,
Nice.
that's me. This is what I do." Man, I love tattooing, but I don't know. I would love to do this a lot more. Like I've been tattooing for like 12 years.
Yeah.
That's a good run.
I love this stuff, man. I had so much fun doing the roughs for Pineapple Pizza Man. I can't wait to get started on the inks and coloring too.
Man, wait till that moment that you complete a page fully. Bro, you're not going to be able to go to sleep for an hour.
Oh, yeah?
You're going to be up an extra hour. Yeah, because you're just going to keep looking at the page.
Nice. I actually don't doubt that for a second, because that's... I already kind of felt that way with like the roughs. Certain roughs, some of them. Like the one with where the ship crashes. Man, I just couldn't stop looking at that thing.
You have some great scenes going on, dude. You got some great scenes, great angles. There's a lot of good direction.
Thank you.
Very good direction. Oh, Pickles likes getting tattoos. You like that pain? Do you like that cut?
I got a tattoo. Oh yeah. It's the only one.
You got your sleeve is 75% done. Rare Logic. Oh my god.
Nice.
I'm pretty coveted.
I wonder what. I don't doubt it. Everybody who works in tattoos is always like covered in them.
Well, you need to be for legitimacy. No one wants to go to a tattoo artist that doesn't have tattoos. That's like going to a mechanic with a crappy car. Or to a barber with shitty hair. You know?
On the reverse, then, or on the opposite side of that, though, there is the drug dealer who gets high on his own supply.
See, that's completely different, because you don't want to get high off your own supply. We know it. It's the crack commandments. Biggie Smalls already told us. But well, the reason you don't want to do that is because you're gonna use all your profit. You're not gonna make any money, and you're gonna end up owing somebody. I don't know anything about that, I swear. But yeah, like, so if I'm tattooing you and I have no tattoos, I have no concept of the pain you're going through. How am I going to correctly talk you through it?
That's a good point.
And why would you even listen to me? You know, if I'm sitting there saying, "Oh, you got this, you could do this," you're going to be like, "Fuck off, bro. Why didn't you do it?" You know? So you want to, for sake of giving people that confidence in you. I can tell somebody you can make it through because I have something on that spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like I can empathize with my client because it's like, yeah, bro, your chest sucks. I absolutely agree. What you're going through right now is horrid. But like Pickle says, it's very addicting.
Yeah, I can see how it would be. Like I was pretty psyched when I got my first one. I got it for my my 29th birthday for myself. And it was an interesting, it was funny because like I went there with a friend of mine, Stefania, and we were in there and I'm just like waiting my turn. And the guy who's doing the tattoos for me, he comes up to me to, bring me in and get it done. And he's just like, oh, so when was your last tattoo and where is it? And I'm just like, well, I've never gotten a tattoo before. And the guy was like, really? He's like, I've never seen a first timer so calm.
First timers can get jittery.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. I've seen some videos too of some first timers and how they react. It's entertaining.
I've seen some that I have to say I feel are fake.
Oh yeah,
because I don't know one artist that would sit for what some of those people start doing.
Really?
Because I've seen some where the people are yelling and screaming and going all over the place and cussing out the artist. I would have kicked their ass out my booth like the second, third time they tried it. I don't know any artist that would be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep dealing with this person.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Because I mean, it gets to a certain point where you have to tell somebody like dude, you have to let me fucking do this, or you have to fucking leave.
Yeah.
Like, I know this hurts, but you're paying me for this right now.
It's like put up and shut up.
Pretty much. I've only ever had one person quit out completely on me.
Oh yeah?
And I always tell people the same thing. If they want to quit in the middle of a big tattoo, I tell them that I'm still going to charge them in full because I booked out the time for them to have it. So they have to compensate. Suddenly they get that stability to get it done. And by the very end, they're like thanking me.
Hey man, money talks and bullshit walks.
Seriously. One girl one time was like, all right, that's cool.
Really?
Yep. Gave me the money and left. She's like, I can't do this. I'm sorry.
Wow.
And she's like, well, because her mentality was stop right away so that she didn't have like this big half finished tattoo. She had like 2 or 3 lines on her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So I know she was being serious because it was kind of a pricey tattoo.
That makes sense.
It was a good night though.
Yeah, no doubt.
Rare Logic. Last time we chatted, I only had 2. Now I have 8 on my arm. Wow. Damn.
Oh man.
That's quite the progress. Blue Teddy, tattoos are too much commitment for me. LOL. Yep. It's not for everybody. I mean, it's not like really for me either anymore. Like I got the one, and then like the more I thought about it, I was just like, do I really need any more? I'm just like, well, it's not really, doesn't really do anything for me. Plus, I found out that apparently if you have tattoos, they won't let you into hot springs in Japan. And I'm just like, I really want to go to a hot spring in Japan someday. So I don't want to push my luck. No, apparently not.
Why?
I think it probably has something to do with like their perception of tattoos in Japan. Specifically because like it tends to be seen as like a gang related sort of thing with like the Yakuza.
Yeah. Oh well, I guess. You can't
sense.
give blood for 6 months if you get a tattoo.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, no, it's the reasoning behind that is that that's how long it takes HIV to incubate in your blood.
Yeah, I figured that was why.
So that way, it. God forbid you went to somebody that wasn't practicing correct procedures and you were unfortunate enough to get infected. That way you can't spread it unknowingly. Well,
right.
You know what I mean? Because you're not going to test positive for HIV until it fully incubates.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
It's scary, man. It's scary.
Yeah, well, it would be definitely.
No, when I first started tattooing, I stabbed my finger in the middle of a
Oh,
tattoo. Oh yeah. I went, got a blood test, and you're not supposed to have sex for 6 months either.
oh shit.
Um, and at first, like when the doctor was first telling me that, when I was telling everything that happened, because you want to fill out a report with the Board of Health too, depending on the city you're in. He told me that, and at first I got mad, and I was like, "Oh wait!" And I went out and got like 2 or 3 new video games. 6 months went by without me knowing, bro. It was probably like 8 or 9 months, and then finally I was like, "Oh wait, yeah, I can sleep with people again." Like, dude, just give me a good video game. I'll turn into a virgin.
All right. Oh, Boogie Bot's here. Hey, Boogie Bot. I just he was the last person I had on the show. We were shilling for his book, Robert, as in Bob Marley.
Ooh, really?
No, actually, it's about robots.
Oh,
It's like a robot western. It's a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool premise, man. Like it's got like it's like there's like this point where like the robots kind of all became self-aware, and then they started like but then there was like sort of like an apocalypse of some kind, and so now they're kind of like building personalities for themselves based on like things they see on TV and whatnot. So a lot of them, like you'll have some that are like it's like, oh, like there's one that kind of bases his personality on old Clint Eastwood movies.
yes.
And stuff like that. It's pretty fun idea. So
That's really cool.
unfortunately, he didn't make his funding goal the first time around, but he started it up again right afterwards. I backed it the first time and got refunded, so I got to back it again eventually. Hopefully soon. We'll see. Juanpool being what it was, finances a little tight at the moment.
Juanpool.
I'll get back to it though. I'll get back. I always bounce back. But speaking of bouncing, I'm gonna bounce on out of here for a moment and get myself another drink. I will be right back, folks.
All right, guys. I guess it's up to me to entertain everybody again. I wish I wasn't so boring and awkward. Rare logic. It doesn't hurt. It does hurt. What are you talking about? Oh my god, I hate the feeling of tattoos so bad. And I'm covered. And every single time that needle touches me, I'm like, why am I doing this to myself again? Doesn't hurt. Howdy, everybody. But yeah, no, I really do think that tattoos hurt. I think that with correct focus, anybody can sit for a tattoo. It's not about it not hurting. It's about focusing through that pain and getting to your happy place. Oh, and here's another thing. You say you have a high pain tolerance, but what I found is women have a naturally higher pain tolerance than men. That hurts a lot of men's feelings to hear, but if you think about it biologically, it makes a lot of sense. Like women have a much higher pain tolerance than men.
Well, men don't have to make babies.
Exactly, and that's what I said. Childbirth. If we were, that's why I kind of hate it when women are like, "Oh, men can never go through childbirth." Yeah, we're not meant to. Yeah. I agree. I think I would be a big baby about it if my private part stretched open.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've heard horror stories about kidney stones. My God.
Yeah, I have.
Rare Logic says it's relaxing for her. Are you talking about tattoos? Relaxing?
Yeah, I was just telling her.
I can understand that, actually. I can understand that.
I can't ever relax.
When I got my tattoo, I got it in an area where it's not as sensitive as other areas. If I got it on like the inside of my arm, that would probably hurt quite a bit. But
The shoulder's like one of the least painful areas to get it in, and it didn't really feel like painful at all to me. It was kind of like someone pinching you, you know. That's what it felt.
Oh, I absolutely hate tattoos.
You hate?
I love having them, but I hate getting them.
Really?
Oh, I don't sit very well. I was just telling them, I don't sit very well at all.
Huh. That's interesting. I would have thought you would have like been so used to it that like it was like no big deal for you.
Oh no! It sucks. Oh, I hate it. Every time I do it, I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? But when I'm done, it's satisfying because you're like, yeah, that's why I did it to myself.
It's like, oh yeah, that looks dope.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, ah, bro, look at that. That's on you.
Yeah.
Start posing, Derek. But as far as getting them, I don't know. But like I was telling them, to me, it's not about it not hurting. It's about finding the focus through the pain. You know, that's something I'm pretty good at. Like, they definitely kill. I don't know. I hate getting them, but you know, you just keep reminding yourself, like, dude, I want this. Like, dude, I really want this. Like, this is gonna look dope when it's done.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the tattoo for me.
I got some really sensitive spots.
Yeah, like where?
I have so I don't have it tattooed, but I have a good amount of like my pubic area tattooed.
Really?
Like, I have tattoos that start on my hips that go down onto my crotch, and then I have I have like a graffiti smiley face on my crotch.
That's funny.
And I have to say that like burnt. It didn't even hurt. It burnt. The top of my foot was really sensitive. I got some stuff like on my ribs. I have a huge chest piece from shoulder to shoulder. 6-hour line work, and after that I quit out and I've never finished it because I was like, yeah, no. I learned to love it the way it looked, just lines anyways. And at any given time I have a hairy chest. You know? But I mean, it looks good unfinished, and at this point I don't care.
Natural cover up.
And it was so, oh my God, it was so bad. It was really that bad. No, seriously. It was one of the worst things in my 6 hours, man.
What area was that in?
My chest, my full chest.
The chest. Oh.
My full chest. Like, I have my chest tattooed from shoulder to shoulder.
I would have felt like the chest would have been one of the lesser painful areas.
Huh. Not at all. It was really bad. There was a certain point, because it was my buddy doing it, and it felt like he was zapping the tip of my nipple with the needle. And then finally, as I felt it one time, I looked down to catch him and be like, what the hell? Yo, and he was nowhere near my nipple.
Oh, shit.
And I knew I fucked up so bad. Like, I'm not going to lie, Josh, I was on drugs that day. I had to call somebody to bring me drugs.
That's
And
a raw deal, dude.
Dude, it still didn't even help. I was just nodding off in pain. Like, I was nodding off, but every time I went to go nod off, the pain woke me back up. It was the worst day of my life. And then I stupidly had an appointment to do right after, so I had to tattoo somebody with my chest burning.
Oof.
Oh, it was an awful day. But I like the way it looks now. I got a lot of spots. I got stuff all over, you know, my calves. I got stuff on my hip, my thigh. I got one arm almost covered. I got the other one half covered. I have the top of my hand, my fingers. I was thinking of tattooing my face. Not a big tattoo, just like a little tattoo near my eye. But I've been thinking about it for years, though. And when I say years, more like over 10 years. So I put thought into it. And I mean, it's the profession I have, right?
That makes sense. Yeah, in your profession, yeah. I guess like that's one of the few areas where you wouldn't really have to worry about like not being able to get a job or something because you got a face tattoo, you know?
Right.
Because it's like, oh yeah, well that's pretty normal. You
Yeah, exactly.
kind of
Like,
see that all the time.
I mean, I'm actually lightly covered compared to some of the artists I know.
Oh, I know. I've seen like some of the people that work at the tattoo parlors and whatnot. It's like, wow, that is a lot.
I work with this one dude. His whole head is Celtic knotwork.
That's a whoa.
Like his entire head.
Those
So,
things
like,
look so cool though.
No, it looks badass on him because he's this Irish dude, so he's mad pale anyways. It's sick. It really does look sick. I wouldn't do it, but it looks sick on him. I like tattooing heads actually. Now that I think of it,
I think this is coming across pretty cute. Not bad.
let me see what you're drawing.
Oh, you don't see it? Oh, I guess yeah, because it's
No, only I've been up on the screen, I think.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
Here, why don't you take a turn for a while? Cause I want to drink and have a cigarette.
I gotta figure out how to actually do this.
How to do this?
Oh, I think I know. Okay.
Dude, this is like my first official, like, fully done out Juanpool in a while.
Let's see. Shit, now I don't know how to share my screen.
Oh no.
How did you do it?
There's a little thing at the bottom that has the mute, start cam mic, and then it should have share screen.
There we go.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going, guy?
How's it going? Ah, that looks really sweet, guy.
Thanks.
Oh, wow. Oh, bro, you've been doing that this whole... I don't even like mine anymore. I don't even like mine. I'm going to start all over. Watch, when you come back, I'm going to have a blank page.
Nah, come on, man.
I don't even like mine anymore.
I'm just doing a cute little moon girl.
It's so awesome.
With space puffs.
I should have drawn Marlena. Oh,
yeah, maybe that can be our themes, the space buffs.
I am not drawing space buffs on anything. I don't want it with them. I'm scared. I'll admit it. I'm like very scared online these days.
I'm fearless.
Oh no, those days of those are gone. Those are gone.
Nothing can cancel me.
No. I've been very tamed as I symbolically sit in fishnets. So there you go.
No, it's funny. I thought I had the screen up as it is right now the whole time. So I thought everybody could see my my moon girl.
No,
I didn't realize it was just you.
Sorry. Nobody. I didn't see anything. This is the first time I'm seeing it too.
Ah, damn, dude.
Because you've just been sharing my screen. Oh wait, we got some people have been talking about. Have been doing some talking.
Yeah, Pickles is saying his girlfriend talked him out of getting a tattoo behind his ear. Why behind your ear? That's such an odd place.
Oh man, so many people do it. So many people get it there. That's a very popular spot.
My sister got it, one behind her ear too. She's got a bunch of tattoos. I just don't get it because it's like nobody's gonna ever see that unless you like specifically like bend your ear to show them, you know?
Right.
Or maybe that's the point.
Usually it's girls that I do behind the ear on, not exclusively though, but typically. And it's usually because they want something that they can also hide.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think actually, come to think of it, I think that was actually one of the first tattoos my sister got, and she got it when she was somewhere around like 18.
when she was like as soon as she was able to get tattoos, she was just like, I've got to go get it. Yeah, like, and she like hid it from my mom for like 10 years that she had tattoos. Like even when she was like long past, like out of the house, no longer living with my parents in any capacity, even at that point, she was just like, oh well, I gotta hide it from mom. I don't know why she was so afraid of that. And then when she finally revealed it to my mom, she was just like, I don't care.
Mr. Pickle, when I had a tattoo, I heard a guy crying when he was having his ribs done, because ribs suck, because ribs are so bad. Oh my God, ribs are so bad. I don't even have that big of a tattoo on my ribs, and it's on the front of my ribs, and it was so bad. I did it myself too. I was so stupid that day. No, young me was crazy. Like younger me was much crazier. Like I was a nutcase.
We got another one here.
What
do you guys think of my moon girl I've been working on with the space buttons and the knockers? had to age her up a little bit.
What are you gonna get next, Pickles? Said you got your next one planned out. What are you getting, Ma? What are you getting there?
There, and there.
We got a good chat going on tonight.
Right?
It's live. It's very good.
I love these people. I love these people.
Thank you for being here with us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, everybody. It's always so much more fun when we got you guys here with us. Hey, it's Humble Marty, and she says cute. That's what I do. I mean, I try to every once in a while. It's not my go-to, but yeah, I can manage on occasion.
So I'm like kind of feeling nice off of my drink, man. I'll tell you that.
I'm starting to get a little bit of something. You know,
I'm starting to feel nice. Well, I've also been having a little puff here and there.
Thank you, Blue.
Feeling good.
And Rare, thank you.
Oh, Pickles is gonna get Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
I still have not ever read anything Cthulhu related. Like, what's the name of the guy who created
Lovecraft?
That? Lovecraft. I've never read.
I've never. So I'm not the type of person that would read books, but I will look up and read lore for hours on end. You know, I love lore, so I've done a lot of reading into the lore. I've never read the books, but I've read the lore of like the old great ones and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
you're
the lore lord of Science Wizard.
I am the lore keeper. I love lore. I love lore. That's the best part of any story. Like Juanpool is just this big patch stitch work that I'm carefully weaving together.
There's so much lore for Juanpool. Like, I mean, anybody who has read Juanpool and thinks like, oh, this is just like a cute little parody thing. No, bro. You don't know. You don't know. I'm sitting here. I'm behind the scenes. Like, I'm seeing all this stuff, and it is fucking deep with lore.
I can never do anything simple. I can never do anything simple.
No, you absolutely cannot. But you know, I think that's great. I think it makes it stand out, makes it unique, and having that extra like depth to it really kind of makes it worth sticking around to see what's coming up next.
I mean, to me, I also use it as a writing aid, because when you have established lore, it does a lot of the writing and guesswork for you.
Right.
You know, I already know how this character is going to be reacting in this scene because everything that's already happened that's been established.
Yeah.
You know? So that, I don't know, and I love lore, dude. Oh, I love keeping lore. I love just libraries of lore. I could sit there and just
we got so much too. Like we man, that's one of the biggest hurdles with Science Wizard so far has been that like we've got too much content that we can't keep up with like how much we've got in our heads.
Well, I mean, we have a good system of recording everything and
True.
keeping records. What I'm afraid of is when we start to get to things, we're just gonna have like a compendium to read through in order to do so.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough tracking some stuff down every once in a while, but
it's gonna be reading it.
I don't think it'll be too bad actually. Like we're really organized on that front.
Mm-hmm.
The problem we have is remembering to write it down. And
we're pretty good about. We're pretty good, I guess. I think
for the most part.
You know, some of the really important canon moments.
Oh yeah, like man, it's so funny because like we've got several other like series planned and like crossovers with those series like that culminate in like this big like universe shattering kind of event. And it's like it's so far in the future for us probably because like we've got so much to get through. Like we've still got to go through Pineapple Pizza Man. We got to get
Chicken Warrior
established. And you guys, don't knock Chicken Warrior. Like, check that out.
Yo, it's actually really fucking dope.
It's so good. It's so
really dope.
It's the funniest thing because like Kraken, you know, he's kind of the youngest of us, and we've been kind of, you know, Troy and I have been kind of like coaching him.
He's got great
with
lore
a lot
too.
of the art. But like he put forward the script for the first issue of Chicken Warrior, and we read through it, and I'm just like, I've got no notes. It's so good. I can't wait for you to draw this because it's so good. So yeah, like keep an eye out for Chicken Warrior. Like I had to go through like 2 or 3 drafts with Pineapple Pizza Man before I got to the point where I was like, yes, that's the one. But Chicken Warrior, he just like dropped it. And it was just like done, you know, like
very good lore. He has very good lore too.
He's seriously thought things through.
That's a solid story right there. Pick goals. You gonna do any more comics, Troy? I mean, Marlena. You can call me either one. I answer both.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not one of those. It's not dead naming me or nothing like that. Although there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm not offended by that, and in any way, shape, or form. Cover my bases. I am going to be doing more comics. I'm actually working on one right now. I've been through a little bit of a block on it, but it was more because there was just some really difficult scenes. When I run into a difficult scene, I have to stop and really teach myself how to grab an angle. And I can get kind of obsessive with teaching myself on stuff like that. But I do have another comic I want to get out there. It's called The Offspring.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically kind of like a prologue to a bigger story that we're going to do eventually in the future.
Yeah. This is sort of like the prelude to this like big, this big multiverse that we're kind of building.
I will say it's set in Juanpool's world.
Mm-hmm.
So the events of this comic are canon within Juanpool, but it's almost like a launching point to get away from that world to a much bigger world.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of like little Easter eggs and like cross-dimensional like elements that kind of like we've got like you know in Juanpool and in Pineapple Pizza Man, for instance, we've like Soy Bucks is like a brand that exists in both of them.
Yo, but I want to say it's the shit. Like you want to go to Soy Bucks.
Say what?
Like I've always in my head I've always imagined that it's like it really is a good cup of coffee. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's like they've found like the key. Like they've discovered the spice melange that they're able to make soy not like hot garbage.
I don't think I'd ever have a soy. I don't know. Soy sounds gross.
I've actually tried like soy milk once before. It is disgusting. It is the most bland. Like you're better off just drinking water. I'm not even joking. It's so bad. I don't understand how it ever became a thing. I just don't get it.
I don't know. I mean, to each their own, I guess.
I mean, yeah, there is that, but it's like, man, like it could be so much better. Like just milk, man. milk tastes good.
Some people can't handle milk, though.
Some people, yeah. But like, if you can handle milk, just drink milk.
Just drink milk.
Just drink milk. Rare Logic says rice milk is pretty good. Pickles is with me. He says soy is rank. It is rank.
I don't know. I can't drink any milk but actual cow milk.
I can't say that soy in general, like broad terms, is all bad, because I do like roasted soybeans with a little bit of salt. That's good. It's tasty. It's a nice snack.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with enjoying soy.
A little bit of soy sauce.
See, I'll fucks with soy sauce, but I never thought of it. I never connected it like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's made from soy.
Yeah,
soy
no,
sauce.
you're right.
In the name, right? But
no, you're right.
But it's good. You know, it goes on. I make sauces with soy sauce all the time. Like you want to make a sauce, like soy sauce gonna make it better. That's just
I like soy sauce.
But the only fake milk that Blue Teddy drinks is chocolate almond milk. I fuck with that. That's good. That's good.
No, I tasted it and I wasn't happy, and I was angry with life.
I liked it. It was thick.
I was very angry with life. I was. That's the only way I can describe it. Like I really wasn't having it. I was angry. I remember one time someone like snuck me a veggie burger. I was so angry. Like, oh no, I identified it right away. I was like, what's wrong with this burger? And they I could see like the sweat drop on the side of their forehead. And it's like, what's wrong with this burger?
I've had some burgers that are like veggie burgers that are pretty good. I mean, not veggie burgers, but like burgers made with like nuts. Like walnuts.
You had nut burgers?
Nut burgers. I've had nut burgers, and it was actually really good.
I think I've had nut burgers too. I'm sorry.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I've been drinking.
I've been drinking too.
I'm sorry.
You can tell we've been drinking at this point.
I'm sorry.
We're getting louder.
Yes. No, I always tell people you can't leave me an opening because I'm not responsible. I'm gonna take it.
That's true. I completely understand that.
I'm not.
Scud Fakar Mox has joined the chat. He says hello, and
hi, friend.
He's dabbing on the haters.
Hi, friend.
Rare Logic, been getting non-homogenized milk from local co-op. It's freaking amazing. That sounds so good.
What?
Non-homogenized. So it's like very little in the way of processing of any kind. So it is just like pure creamy.
It's just thick.
Yeah, thick as hell.
You're gonna laugh at me. I drink 2% milk.
I drink 2% too.
Oh, okay.
But oh man, if you ever get a chance, I want you to try this. Okay, have cereal, whatever cereal is your cereal of choice, your favorite cereal, and instead of using milk, use the whipping cream.
Whipping cream.
Holy shit, does that elevate it? Holy hell, it is so goddamn good. But you can only eat like one bowl, and you're just like, I've had enough of that for a year. It's so good.
I can imagine.
But I love it. I love it.
I don't really do sweets that much. I don't know. I lost my sweet tooth over the years. Like I can only have a little bit of sweets, and then right away I'm like nauseous.
Oh, I've got such a sweet tooth. I'm the worst. I've got a sweet tooth and I've got a junk food tooth. I got the worst teeth.
I do have the junk food tooth. That I do have. And it can work against you.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to watch that. I had Five Guys today. Oh, I love Five Guys.
Well, I mean, I'm always on the go, so odds are the easiest thing for me is to just go to a drive-through while I'm driving to somewhere.
Yeah. I mean,
And I hate to
kinda
say
have
it
that.
like that, but that happens a lot.
One of the things I like to do is go to McDonald's, and I'll just get cheeseburgers. Just like a shitload of cheeseburgers.
Just mad cheeseburgers.
Just mad fucking cheeseburgers, man. All those little tiny burgers, man. Just like one after the other after the other. I'll have like 6 in a row, and then I'll hate myself for a week.
Yo, I have to agree with you. I prefer the single burger to the McDouble.
Absolutely.
Like those are technically sliders with extra bread.
Yeah, I actually I faltered this week, and I went to McDonald's on my way to work because I missed breakfast, and I was just like, I won't survive the day if I don't have breakfast. So I went to McDonald's. I almost called it McDick's. I always call it that for some reason. But I got there. I got like 2 of the what do you call those things? The McGriddles. I love those things, man. Because I'm a big fan of like having like the syrup with the breakfast foods. Excuse me.
You're good. I gotta get another drink.
I'm almost done my second drink too. Heavy cream goes with everything. Yes, it does. Man, it took me forever to realize that when the recipe calls for heavy cream, it was talking about whipping cream, because we call it whipping cream here in Canada, but in like all of the recipe sites go by American definitions, so they call it heavy cream.
Oh, so what you want me to put in cereal is heavy cream?
Yes.
Why didn't you say that? I don't speak crazy Canadian.
Because I'm Canadian, buddy.
Yeah, you are, buddy. You definitely are, buddy. Yes, you are.
After this, I'm going to go have me some craft dinner.
I'm going to have craft dinner with a big cup of whipping cream. Go get that cup of whipping cream. That's awesome, bro. Heavy cream. I don't even have heavy cream here. I use light cream for my coffee.
Terrence, get me some craft dinner with whipping cream.
Tell you what I always have though, bacon. There's always bacon in my fridge.
Yo, you know what's a really good thing is you make a grilled cheese sandwich with bacon and thinly sliced apples, right? And then you like brush a little bit of maple syrup on the outside. Mwah, brilliant! It's so good.
Oh, jeez. You guys eat on a different level up there, huh?
Man, I go hard in the kitchen. I'm not gonna lie. I grew up in the kitchen. Like my parents, like it was one of the things that they did to kind of like keep us out of trouble was like give us free reign of the kitchen. So if we ever wanted to cook something, like we could just cook something, whatever the hell we felt like.
That's dope. Yeah, I did not have that privilege. I had to stay the fuck out of mom's kitchen.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Well, I mean, I'm Hispanic.
That's the thing.
Yeah, fucking use your mom's kitchen. I didn't get to, you know, and moreover, and this isn't me being judgmental, but I found in my childhood that I was discouraged from doing anything typically seen as something a woman would do.
Oh, that's true. That makes some semblance of sense.
So no, there was no man. I wanted like a fake kitchen set, but
dude, I wanted one of those easy bake ovens so bad as a kid, but they were so expensive, and we were never rich people.
Like no, like my father straight up was like, no, I'm not gonna give you a kitchen set, boys. Don't. And I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to do this for any weird reason. I literally wanted to recreate You remember that show, You Can't Do That on Television, right?
I'm not familiar, actually. No.
Well, really, because I believe it was Canadian. But it was on Nickelodeon a long time ago. But long story short, like there was a segment where there was like a gross restaurant, and I just wanted to recreate that and make my action figures forced to eat gross food, so they throw up everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, I literally want a kitchen and do boy stuff.
When I was in high school, I used to take all my my action figures, and we would like film skits with them. And I would come up with like a different voice for every single action figure. That was a lot of fun, man. But like, oh my god, of course, like you're talking about like males in high school. It was raunchy stuff. Like it pissed my parents off so bad. Like every time we were filming, they were just like, we would have to like cut constantly because they'd get offended by what we were saying in our little skits with our action figures.
No,
I'm just like, Mom, I'm filming. Shut up.
Shut up, Mom. God, Mom. No, I was like a real nerd, for real nerd. My action figures, I would just sit there and plot out RPG games using my action figures as characters that I had to recruit for like parties and do like a main storyline. Dude, I've been doing lore and stuff since I was a little boy.
That's not boring though, man. For like creative people like us, that's just fun. That's normal.
Yeah, but when you're like a teenager not having sex, it wasn't until like the second half of high school that I learned how to talk to girls.
No, I was having sex.
No, my first 2 year, freshman and sophomore, it's like I think I slept with like 1 or 2 girls, and it was very like, because I was like at skip parties. But in my junior and senior year, suddenly I realized how to talk to girls, and then everything changed. That was a good part of high school. Once I learned how to talk to girls, oh man, high school was fun.
Yeah, I only really had sex with like one girl in high school, and it was like 1 or 2 times total. And like honestly, like I was just like, I should probably avoid that. I don't want to do the whole like teenage dad thing.
Yeah, I don't know. That wasn't on my mind. I was very much more Hispanic back then, and I was like, so what, man? Everybody I know has keys.
Oh my god, that's the worst excuse.
I know. Shut up, leave me alone. I know, leave me alone.
All right, let's check in with the chat, man.
I love it.
Rare Logic says, "Oh my god, I'm dying. I love South Park. I love South Park." You know what's funny is that I think Canadians are like the only people who were ever made fun of in South Park who, instead of getting offended, they were just like, "Let's do that." we just embraced it. We were just like, "Oh my god, I love this. It's so funny." And you'll hear everybody going on like, buddy, come on, guy."
Relax, guy.
No, that you're thinking of
Saddam. That's right.
Saddam Hussein. Hey, come on, relax, guy.
Come on, Satan. That was good stuff.
Oh man, I love South Park. I was actually kind of like pissed off that they're not actually doing like a full season this year.
I'm actually shocked they're still on the air.
Oh yeah, that too. But I think it's more like they have seniority or something. Because like they're uncancelable at this point. Like
they just wouldn't accept it. I don't see them as accepting being canceled.
Oh no, they'll just go do their own thing.
No, they would literally make like, if you try to cancel South Park, that very next episode would be exactly directing it. You know what I mean? Like, addressing it.
They only have like a 1 to 2 week turnaround for episodes.
Right.
So like if you try to cancel them, like you're the target, like you're done for. They will like flip that around on you completely.
You're done, kid. Basically.
Yeah, done.
You're dead, kid. You're dead. All right, kid. You're dead. That's what it would come, in my opinion, at least.
Absolutely. No, I think you're absolutely right. I think you're 100% right. I hadn't even really thought of that for the most part.
They're not gonna, you know what I mean? They're gonna go address it right away.
It's funny. My fiance and I were talking about musicals the other day because she was like, "I don't really like musicals," and I'm just like, "Really?" Because like I know we've watched a bunch of musicals together that you loved, and then I'm like, I like a bunch of musicals, and I started like listing off the musicals that I liked, and I realized like almost every single one of them was made by Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I'm just like, wow, they are musical enthusiasts because like everything they put out is a musical.
No, they really are.
They really are.
They're awesome.
But man, like musicals are great. Like they can be great. I mean, most musicals, I think she's probably right, are trash. Like I remember I saw the Evil Dead musical, and it was trash. Like I love Evil Dead, but like the music just did not resonate with me. You know, it felt amateurish. But you watch something like the Book of Mormon, and that is great. Like the music is awesome. Like you can listen to the music outside of the play, and it's still enjoyable. You know, that's the key to a good musical. If you can listen to the music out of sequence, out of order, outside of the play or context, and it's still good and it's still entertaining and it's still catchy as all hell, that's a good musical.
I agree.
This public service announcement brought to you by Kraken, the alcohol, not our friend.
Oh, I miss Kraken.
I'm sure he'll show up eventually.
Yeah, I need to go get something to drink.
Okay, I'll wait for you then because as soon as you're back, I'm gonna go get a drink as well.
All right.
Until then, I will hang out with the chat. Scud Fuckamaux says, "I'm not your buddy, friend." My Pickles says it's called whipping cream over here too. I just know what Americans call it. LOL. Like I know what Americans call it too, but like even when I'm talking to my American friends, like over the stream, like it's not the first thing I think of because I'm Canadian. I think of what we call it first, and then I have to like translate it in my brain to American. Blue Teddy says, "LOL, my Easy Bake Oven hurt me so many times. Most dangerous toy of the 90s. Yes, dangerous, but you can make cupcakes, so worth the risk, in my opinion." Humble Marty says, "I used to run over toy people with model trains." Oh my god, so you were like that Dick Dastardly or whoever it was that was on the Rocky and Bullwinkle, who would always like tie people up and throw them on train tracks. Wait, people actually had sex in high school? I thought that was a myth. I did too until it happened to me. Rare Largely says, "I think they're trying really hard to get kicked off air and failing." They are trying to get kicked off air. They had a whole season where at the end of every episode they had #cancel South Park. Like they literally were coming up with their own cancellation hashtags. Like they are trying to get canceled. At some point, I have to wonder if they're trying to get canceled because they want to move on from South Park. Like maybe they're just like, man, I really want to do something other than South Park, but the money's too good. So the only way we're ever going to be able to move on from South Park and do something else is if we literally get fired from doing it. You know, if Comedy Central's just like, get the hell out of here. We're not doing South Park anymore because bigotry, blah, 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 blah. Everything they've put out has been gold. Correct. I won't accept any other opinion because that's the correct opinion. If you have any other opinion, it is the wrong opinion because everything they have put out is gold. Fact. We've been wanting to see that for years. My Pickles says, "I've only seen Grease, Dirty Dancing, and Annie."
My only musical experiences. Okay, well, Pickles, for real, buddy, you gotta see the Book of Mormon. That is the funniest musical you will ever watch. It's so damn good. I've never seen Dirty Dancing, and I think I've seen Annie when I was a little kid, like Annie's age, little. So I don't remember a whole lot about that. But
Yo,
that was loud.
sorry.
I don't know what that was. It sounded like a fucking demon.
I don't know. I don't know. I just I sat down and said, "Yo,
Okay.
sorry."
No worries, man. Shit happens.
Damn, now I sound like a demon. No.
No, you don't. Like, whatever sound it was that it made when you sat down, that's what sounded like a demon.
Really? I don't know. Sorry.
No worries. I don't mind. This is kind of funny. I'm in a good mood, man.
I love it. I dig it.
I've got a good buzz going, and I'm drawing some fun art that I can't wait to put up on the internet and get canceled over.
Yes, you are, my dearest. Where did I put my pencil? Where did I put my pencil?
I think this
Where did I put my pencil?
is this the first time I've done a drinking stream? I can't remember.
I've never drawn live, to be honest.
You remember what?
I've never done any kind of live drawing like digitally. Anytime I've ever live drawn, I've done it like physical drawing. Oh no, where did I put the pencil? Oh, that's not good.
And stream is canceled.
I always do. I have a backup. I have a backup pencil.
Oh my god, I should get a backup pencil. Because then I can always have one on the charger ready to go in case one dies.
Well, I have a backup pencil because I kept losing them, and then I would, at one point, I finally, I would lose them, then I'd buy a new one, and then at one point, I lost one, bought a new one, but then I found it again, so I ended up with two.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like cool.
Yeah, but I do think that would be a really good idea for me because I'm always forgetting to charge the pencil. It's something that I just can't get a hang of, like the idea that you have to charge your pencil, separately from the iPad. I'm so used to things having like phantom power or like with the Cintiqs, they don't really need to charge at all. It uses some sort of like magnetic system.
Yeah. I don't know. I know these things can God, they can get lost really easy. Like I've lost a bunch of these things.
Yeah. Small things. I got a what do you call it? This thing here, the little case that I put around it.
Yeah.
It's got like a little flap here that you can like put the pencil in.
Oh, I mean, the case I have, there's a place to put it in. But I'll constantly put the pencil down because I'm like in the middle of drawing and I go to do something, I put the pencil down and I come back and I won't be able to find it.
Oh shit. That's rough. That's rough, dude.
No, I always lose things. I'm one of those people. Like I put something down and it instantly like runs away from me.
One of those.
I'm one of those.
Rare Logic, our good buddy, says much love to you both. Need to sleep. Still have house moving to complete. Hoping this is the last weekend and we will be fully in the new house. Have a good night and don't get into too much trouble. Have a good night, Rare Logic.
Good night, honey.
We love you and good luck with the move.
Yes, ma'am.
So formal.
I am. No, I'm very polite. I was raised very right. But that's what's always gotten me frustrated, bro. Like I'm a nice person. Like I don't know why people end up hating me. I'm like a nice person. But
Nice guys finish last.
this is true, and that's one of my favorite songs.
When you are the outcast, don't pat yourself on the back. You might break your spine.
Great record.
Man, Green Day was my shit growing up.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
Like there was a time where like me and my friends, like we did nothing but listen to Green Day. Like Dookie and Insomniac are the best albums.
Dookie was honestly probably one of my all-time favorite albums ever. In my whole life, yeah. I really loved that one.
I don't blame you.
Really loved that one. I loved it so much that it ruined me for them because they've never made an album to me that compared to that one.
I don't know. I feel like
to me though, you know what I mean? I do stress it's very subjectively to me.
Of course. I'm just saying. I feel like Insomniac probably comes closest.
Yeah.
If you were gonna say like on an objective level, I think Insomniac is probably the closest they've come to kind of like matching the tone and like the energy that Dookie produced.
Because Dookie had nonstop good song after the other.
Yeah. It was like nothing but hits.
Like Dookie's one of those albums you put on shuffle and you just enjoy it.
Yep. Man, I feel so bad though because like they fell so far.
Well, I mean, yeah, they did.
Yeah. It's rough. Yeah. Like they went full SJW or something, didn't they?
Well, I mean, I expected out of them. Like they were always kind of that way. Like if you really like look at them, they were always like in a certain way.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like they were kind of like it felt really unnatural to me when they kind of made that shift. It felt sort of like
think of where where they were based at, where they grew up, their culture. You know, it seems like to me it was a natural progression. It's one of those things where man, it sucks, but it's like you're not supposed to meet your hero.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like oftentimes you'll find that you don't agree at all with the person you love.
There's a lot of truth to that saying, man. Like I met one of my heroes at a comic convention when I was younger, and it just like it crushed me. It crushed me. It literally it hit me so hard that I didn't draw for like almost like 5 years. Like I barely drew anything for like 5 years because of that. That's how much it like crushed my soul.
You know, so I mean, me personally, I have lost some fans because of my personality.
Yeah.
Because there's been times where I like I'll say something and someone comes around and they, they're doing the haha and funny, and they say something that pisses me off. And dude, you know me. There's some times where something like just gets me, I'm gonna lash back. And I would lash back and I'd start doing like my asshole thing. And by the end of it, they'd like be unfollowing me and be like, fuck you, you suck. Like there's one dude I still see to this day. I'm not even gonna say his name, but like I see his name and I feel bad because I'm like, wow, you got like the way wrong impression of me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it was your fault though.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe mine too. I probably shouldn't have come at you like that. But it's like, We're all just human.
Yeah. I mean, man, it's really hard because like you want everybody to get along and you want to get along with everybody. But like
Yeah.
sometimes like
People just can't help themselves from overstepping the boundary, like the boundaries.
One thing I really miss is when people had the right to not like something.
all right.
And I don't mean hate, you know, and I specifically say I don't mean hate, but I mean like if you're like, oh, I don't care for that. Like it's okay to not care for something. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like you don't have to, like even me, there's like I finally got over losing followers. You know, like sometimes you say something and people are like, all right, I'm good with you. Okay, I'm sorry, that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much more that you can do. Like, I mean, it's just like with the, the lateness with Juanpool. Like, we did everything we could. Like, we had some like really terrible circumstances that we had to navigate, and we did the best that we could. You know, we kept everyone informed. We apologized constantly, and there was still some people that were just gonna get mad, and some people that even took it personally. And I mean, as much as that's just like not a logical or reasonable thing to do, like what can you do? Like you can't really do anything. You just got to be like, well, I mean, that's the card we've been dealt. I mean, that's how they feel. So I mean, that's how they feel.
Well, I mean, so I definitely will apologize to the end of my life, but at a certain point, I do say, but we sent it to you.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like we didn't rip you off. We
Right.
didn't steal your money. We just suck. We're ass at this, you know? And uh it takes a lot to be able to say, hey, I fucked up bad. Here's your stuff though.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
we didn't run away from it. We didn't deny it. We didn't say no. You know what I mean? Like we owned it. Like I mean, I still feel bad to this day,
yeah, me too.
but it was sent, you
Yeah.
know, but you did get it.
Like
So
we did the right thing, and like how you react to that, like how you
Feel about the subject isn't reflective upon us. It's reflective solely upon you. You know.
like we can't turn back the time
and like pick a different printer from the beginning.
oh, I mean, if
Like,
we could go back in time, I would have done the whole thing different.
absolutely. So would I. I would have gone straight to Mixum. I wouldn't have touched AM print solutions with a 10-foot pole, and we would have gotten things out. Maybe not on time, but it would have been like within the year.
Well, I mean, I've learned more. I'm better for next time if need be.
Oh yeah, likewise. Like Pineapple Pizza Man is gonna run so damn smooth.
and we've had a lot of yeah, Pickles uses Mixum as well. Like they're really great. Like we did one round of print proofs. Like their system was so easy to work with that we didn't even need a second round of proofs or anything. Everything just worked exactly as it was supposed to, exactly as it was laid out, exactly as the template promised it would, and then we were ready to print. We got issue 1 and issue 2 and a round of proofs within 1 month, while AM Print Solutions was stringing us along for like 9 to 10 months before we were just and that's on us too as well, because we put up with that crap. We didn't know what we were getting into. We didn't know what kind of timeline was normal for printing of a comic book.
Well, I mean, also too, at a certain point when the coup hit, it sounded understandable.
Yes. Their excuses at first did sound somewhat reasonable because of like the China virus
and the fact that they were based out of China, which was something that we didn't know when we first got into bed with them.
Because like
Getting to
initially
bed.
they didn't really have that information like easily findable on their website. And it wasn't until like way later that I found out that they were in China, and I was just like, wait a minute,
Like this was like one of the reasons why we came to you guys, because you said on your website that you're based out of America, out of Florida. We want to buy American, you know, we want to buy like from here. We don't want to deal with China because we don't trust them, and with good reason. And they have proven just how good that reason is. But hey, we did it.
Yeah, got out.
High five.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, and there hasn't been a whole lot of problems with the shipping either. Like everything's been arriving within, you know, a reasonable time after sending it out. I got one here that came back today. Is from our good friend Sean, and unfortunately he didn't update his address. Wah wah, Sean.
Sean,
But Sean
you
can't.
got some spelling to do.
From the ferryman?
No, I said he got some splitting to do.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I didn't quite catch it.
Oh,
But yeah,
sorry.
no, it's all good. Like, I mean, you know, we'll do what we do. We'll get it sent out again. We'll make sure it's the right address. And there's been a couple other backers that things have got sent back, and we've had to update the address and send it out again. It's not that big of a deal. And overall, the shipping has been, you know, relatively reasonable. It's still very expensive because we had like 400 people to send books out to, so it was expensive purely on the basis of numbers. But you know, next time, like, we know what we're doing now. We know what we're doing. We know what the costs are. You know, we know what is reasonable for stretch goals, and you know, what kind of extras that we can include for what prices. We know what printers to go with. You know, we know all of it. We're ready to go. Like, I mean, this was our trial period, and you know, it could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. All things considered, we managed to weather the storm pretty successfully, you know?
At this point, I'm just glad it's done. I'm
Yes.
glad everybody's got their stuff. I'm very thankful for everybody. Once again, sorry, but thankful.
Yes, absolutely. It's a huge monkey off my back too. Absolutely. But I mean, it's like what you said earlier on one of your posts. You said something about Thanksgiving, and I said, like, you know, this year, while it's been kind of a down note financially, spiritually, you know, it's been extremely positive. You know, and finishing and fulfilling Juanpool is definitely a big part of that for me, because that's you know, a pretty big landmark, not just for me or for you, but for Science Wizard Comics in general. Like, we found our groove, and you know, I think that's going to, you know, translate with future projects, and it's going to be a lot more fun the next time around.
Right. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad on this.
Not too bad.
Oh yeah, we got to check in on your progress.
Oh, let me
switch up the views, y'all. Check out what you're working on. Did you change? Or are you still working on the same one? You're still on the same one. There we go.
I'm now in flushing my inks.
Nice.
You know,
Yeah, I'm only just really getting started on my inks.
But that's why I keep like stopping and slowing down.
Actually, speaking of slowing down, I'm gonna go and grab myself a delightful beverage. I'll be right back.
Not too shabby, right? Not too bad. I haven't drawn Juanpool in a while. I've been drawing Marlena for a while now. So this is actually really fun. I haven't drawn Juanpool like completely in a bit. And I'm glad I, for the most part, still got it. There's things I don't like. I don't like this bag, but I don't want to obsess over it too much, because this isn't like a big time official sketch. And I do want to get something finished for you guys to see. I like to think I'm pretty quick drawing. All right, let's get all this stuff. You know, he's actually a really fun character to draw because he's all big and fat. So you don't have to worry about like catching everything exactly because you can exaggerate a lot of things. Like you can get his tummy to cover a lot of spots for him, which is usually what I do. I like to be strategic with Juan. I like to be strategic with anything I'm drawing, just to kind of save time. Because you can get a lot done. That's why I'm leaving that bag alone, because I feel I'll get a lot more done if I don't obsess on something like that right now. Maybe I'll go back in because I do that, but not right now. I want to get all these thick lines in. And I'll probably even go in and get some more of like my little patchwork thing. I don't do the cross. I just like to do lines, parallel lines next to each other. That's how I like to do it every time. They may not always go in the same direction, but I always like doing them like that. That's just me. So if you're ever looking for signs of I drew something, look for that. That's one of the 100% marks of I drew it. That kind of cross hat. Because I don't even try to always be perfect. Sometimes. But like I said, in something like this, I'm not going to try and go fully perfect. If it's going to print, yeah, I'm going to go perfect.
You got your window in the way, Troy.
Do I? Oh, this thing loves to show up. Right? Sorry, folks.
I just move before I close it. I move it to a different area or like a different screen so that it doesn't pop up right in front.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. I will do that the next time. Very nice, buddy.
Hey.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm always helping out, guy.
You're a good friend.
Oops.
I like Mike Juanpool. He's all happy and excited. He's happy because I'm finally drawing him again.
I'm not even a fan of Moon Girl, but I keep drawing her because it just outrages all the right people.
Although I do kind of like her design too. Not gonna lie.
She's got a cool design going on.
It's not bad. Not bad at all.
One thing I like not. Oh. So like someone like Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen, I like her design more than I like the character.
Yeah.
I think they nailed the design. Me personally, I think they nailed that design.
I tried to get into that when it first launched, and I just couldn't. It wasn't written very well.
It has its moments, but then, then it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's the best I can put it. Yeah, it does have its times, but then it's like, then it totally didn't have its time.
It had some cool stuff going on with like the fans and stuff. When it first came out, did you ever hear the music? Like the song that they did? Like the first issue, they introduced that she's in a band, right? Like in a punk band. Well, there was this one punk band that actually took the lyrics from that and actually created a real punk song based on that.
I think I have heard it, actually.
Face It Tiger.
I think I have heard that.
It's like, you gotta face it, tiger, face it, tiger. It's pretty cool. I like that. I like that kind of energy and like, when fans do stuff like that. Like, if that was me, like I would probably like actually find some way to incorporate that into the actual book, or like do it in like if there's ever a cartoon, I'd be like, that's got to be the song, right? Or like, that's the band that's going to be doing the songs that would actually be, canonical in this world. That's cool stuff. I wish there was more of that, but I don't know. Like when you get into like the big 2 or 3 or whatever, however many of the those main ones there are, like it just doesn't. I don't know. They don't really interact with the fans much. It's like
not like they used to.
They used to, but they don't really do it anymore.
I mean, this is how I see it. Everything will eventually go commercial.
Right.
So I used to love hip hop, but it is fully mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
It is fully accepted by everybody. And it's like really cookie cutter. It's like just they found this one formula and they won't get away from it.
Yeah, I get
So
that.
hip hop, in my opinion, it's just very generic now. It's very cookie cutter. I'm not saying they're playing it safe because obviously the lyrics are never safe, but there's a very distinct way you need to sound and look and act
Yeah.
in order to be a successful rapper now.
Plus, there's like
Where
that mumble rap stuff, and I just don't get that at all. I don't see the appeal.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm driving home and like one of them songs suddenly come on and I'm already in like a hype mood, I'll sing along and get hype.
Okay.
But it's not something I would sit and listen to when I want like some good deep listening hip hop.
Right. Oh, Blue Teddy is going on. She says, "Gonna go slip into a turkey-induced coma. Have a lovely night, guys." Blue Teddy. I almost called you Blue Turkey. Thank you very much for showing up. It's always a pleasure to have you in the chat.
Thank you, sweetheart.
It's been fun today. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Expect something from me real soon. Sorry. It was the holidays. I'm sorry.
You got a commission?
Yeah.
Nice.
And here I am drawing Juanpool instead, but I don't want to draw somebody's commission line.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. I wouldn't do that either. I got a couple commissions I got to do as well, but I figure, I want to do something a little more irregular. I just do something for fun for the stream. I don't draw a lot for fun anymore. I've always got a project on the go, so it's a little refreshing actually. It's a nice little reset.
Honestly, I'm really glad to be drawing Juanpool. I haven't drawn him in quite some time.
Right? I love seeing you draw Juanpool. My Pickle says he was lucky enough to get advice from people who crowdfunded before me. See, we got a lot of advice as well from people who crowdfunded before us. But, we ended up going our own direction, because even when you do get advice from people, like, it's not always right for you, essentially. Sometimes you got to find your own way and make your own mistakes too.
Yeah.
And that is an invaluable lesson as well. When you make mistakes, you're not going to make those same mistakes again. If you do make those same mistakes again, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
So,
and I always tell people, don't underestimate ego.
Yeah.
Ego does come into it. Sometimes it's like, no, I want to do my own fucking thing.
Right. But and not only that, but it's also is like, sometimes like you'll get that advice from people, you'll look into the numbers, and the numbers of this other place is going to just look much more appealing. You're going to be like, oh, well, but I could get this many books for like a much lower, per unit price. Well, yeah, let's go with these guys. And, you get like a sample or something, you see the quality of their work, and you're just like, hey, that's up there. It's the right quality, better price, more units. And you think like, okay, we can work with this. And that was basically like what we had with the whole AM print solutions. They seemed too good to be true, and unfortunately, it turned out they were indeed too good to be true. But that's live and learn. You learn that lesson, you move on, you get better, and you find your way. And I think we're doing just that. I think we've really hit our stride with Juanpool. It was a tough lesson. It was an expensive lesson. It was a good one. It was a good one. And it's left us with a lot more confidence at the end of the day. Hardship, it's like that saying, good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. Hard times create strong men. And I feel like because we've gone through those hard times, we're going to be stronger men because of it. We're going to be a stronger company. We're going to have be stronger moving forward in general. So, if things go bad, like there's always a silver lining. I'm an optimist, if you haven't been able to tell.
This ain't a bad Juanpool.
What's that? That's not bad at all. No, I was thinking like that'd be good for like a card art or something.
I want to make new ones of new heroes and characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like Nate and Teddy and people that haven't really gotten the card treatment yet.
And White Savior.
Yes, I need a White Savior card. That is a fact.
Everyone loves White Savior. I love White Savior.
Dude,
It was one of those funny characters. I got to admit, that was one of those like you ever get one of those lightning in the bottle moments?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like that's what she was for me. Like it hit me. I was like, wait, because you remember I had a whole nother plan for that scene.
Yeah, I remember.
And I just didn't want to go through with it anymore. So I had to do that rewrite. It's like, what can I do that's just as funny? So I was trying to think of a new hero to add. And that was just like, oh my God, I need to do that.
and you know, all honesty, like I think White Savior was the better choice in the end because like White Savior is Kira's favorite character. And honestly, that big reveal page of White Savior, like, oh my God, that is.
Dude, do you know how long that took me? I looked at the stats. That took me 12 hours and 40 minutes to do that page.
That's it?
That was a 12-hour page.
Wow.
What do you mean that's it? Do you know what that is for me?
Oh, that's true. You're really fast. For me,
go.
For me, 12 hours is like, oh, that's like a short one.
Yeah, 12 hours for me, bro.
That's
you know, that's like, oh my God, that took me the whole day.
Dude,
and
I've had like times where I've spent like 8 hours on just one of the roughs.
But to be honest, I gotta say that the art improvement I made from issue 1 and 2 also kind of like pushed me back schedule wise.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot longer to make those pages than the ones that were in 1.
But you know, I don't think anybody who looks at, you know, both issues of Juanpool, who like any of the backers that got Juanpool, you know, they cannot look at issue 2 after reading issue 1 and think like, oh, this is, you know, not worth the squeeze. You know, like you made a huge improvement between issues 1 and 2, I think, and it really shows.
Yeah, I pushed myself on 2.
It really does show. It really does. Like you'd almost think it was a different artist.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you, I guess.
No, that is definitely a compliment.
I'll tell you what, though, I think I'm going to sign this Juanpool and call it a wrap. Because if I start coloring it, I might get obsessive.
Calling it a night, or
calling it a piece.
All right. That looks good, man. I love seeing the big boy back in town.
That's pretty nice, huh?
Right?
The big guy, huh? I might color him still eventually. Not tonight, maybe. But I like that. I like his belly hair. Ooh, Juanpool, I forgot all about him, huh?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been. He's
like
my big guy.
Like even when you do work on the comic stuff, you've been plugging away at Offspring. So
oh man, I'm on that one page and it's killing me. I shouldn't even say it in front of people, but I'm like, this one page is killing me. Dude, I'm transparent.
Do you want me to do some like red lines or something, or like, you know, see if I can help you? You know,
what I need to do, I need to. One of my secrets, I use action figures to model out scenes for reference.
Oh, I do that too. Sometimes.
So
I've actually switched to like a 3D thing on the iPad, but yeah.
I actually have several different methods I'll use to create like action scenes or a page. I like to cross different techniques. And that's, I think, is what really gives my page a boost. Because I kind of like blend different techniques to get my vision. because I got weird visions sometimes, and sometimes they're really hard to do. But I gotta say, there's some pages, like the last few pages of Juanpool 2, as of when he starts using his powers to get his room together. Sorry, spoiler. Those are like, you know what? I'm gonna share with you the. I'm gonna look for the storyboards. Those are direct from the storyboard, and like to see them like live in my hand, I'm like, oh my god! I remember when I like rough sketched that and wrote on the side of the square like, oh, so this is gonna be happening in this scene.
It's so good getting your own comic in your hands, right?
Oh, dude, it's surreal.
Right?
It's really surreal. I almost cried, because I have all that stuff sent to my job. And one of the guys was like, hey, there's a couple packages for you. They feel kind of heavy. And as soon as I saw them, I was like, oh, I know what these are. And I ran upstairs, and I was actually setting up to finish up a tattoo on one of my clients.
Like Christmas Day.
And it was like, dude, come check this out. Like, this is my comic book. Like, I made this. And it's like, it's really cool to see. Like, even the cover, like, I look at the cover and I'm like, bro, I remember drawing this. Like, some pages, I remember cackling as I wrote the dialogue. Like, like the whole white savior scene, dude, I was cackling the whole time I wrote it because it was like, dude, this is great. Like, this is good stuff.
I believe it, man. Like, I was dying when you first showed me the white savior.
And like Captain Frugal said, it's not exactly for the easily offended.
Oh no. Obviously.
But I invite everybody to give it a chance. Like there's a deeper societal message.
And it's a good message too, I think. Like
and it's like it's like a good story starring an LGBT character who's like a good, well-rounded, fleshed out, good dude. You know what I mean? Like it's good. Like if you're the type that's after representation and diversity, like you're not gonna find more than Juanpool. There's only one white. There's two white guy characters out of the whole cast so far,
and one of them's gay.
Yeah.
And one of them
and one of them's gay. You know.
And the other one died.
Yeah.
Or at least got like, you know, beaten all to hell. He's in the hospital. We don't know. We'll see.
But yeah. So you know, if you're one of those people, I mean, I hate to even put it out there like that, but I mean, it technically is one of those books. No, even on Comixology, it was categorized as an LGBT book.
Oh, is Juanpool already on Comixology?
Oh no, I mean, pardon me, Comic Central.
Oh,
it was still alive.
My bad.
R.I.P. Comic Central.
Oh yeah, they went under, didn't they?
Yeah. After they stole the precious from us. Oh, I got robbed. I got robbed for Indie Comic of the Year. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah,
I shouldn't even say it because I'm drinking, but I got robbed. That's how I feel. Congratulations to that kid. It wasn't his fault. He deserved, you know what I mean, all the recognition he did get though.
No, I agree with you though. I think he did get robbed. That was Juan's by right.
Dude, I never left the trending page.
No, you didn't. You were always.
I was in the top
5.
I was in the top 5 from the minute I launched it. I had nothing but positive 5-star reviews. It was a 5-star reviewed book. It was like one of the cheapest books on the site too. At one point, I brought it down to $1 just so people could read it before 2 came out.
Yeah, man. Like that's the thing. Like I didn't understand how they were like grading that stuff. Like Juanpool. Issue 1, since the day it came out, was in the top 5 and never left the top 5. Like the entire time that it was on the site for like almost a year. Yeah. And yet the guy who wins the like best LGBT book or book.
No, it was Indie Comic of the Year.
Indie Comic.
It was like overall like it was the big cock.
Yeah, but like the guy that won wasn't even in the top 10.
No.
How does that work?
I don't know. I once again I congratulate the kid.
Yeah, of
You
course.
know, he deserved any kind of recognition he did get. I looked through it, and uh, it it had a lot of elements of like deeper Hispanic culture. So I did appreciate it in that way.
Okay.
You know?
I just thought it was super weird because like I didn't even hear of this book, and then it wins.
Yeah, it was one of those. If
Oh,
you want, you could start sharing your picture again,
oh yeah.
because I still gotta think what I'll draw next.
Yeah, I'm still inking this bad boy, bad girl.
That bad person, that bad person that matters and is valid.
She's a bad bitch.
I'm very good in the way I speak these days.
No, let's go a little more like that. Yeah. Doing some simple inking, nothing super fancy. What do you think so far, huh? Not too shabby?
Not too shabby at all. At all. Very nice. I fly through stuff, huh? Jesus.
It's quite a bit different from my other Moon Girl stuff, right?
Oh yeah. Very, very different.
Yeah, I wanted to go for cute as opposed to sexy this time.
I like cute. You know, but you've seen what I do lately. I like cute.
Yeah. No, I love cute. I've always been a big fan of cute. I'm a big fan of the whole magical girl aesthetic. I had that.
Like even my avatar right now, it's like the cute. It's the cute drawing of Marlena.
Exactly. You know, I had that my latest commission that I did, or not that I did, but that I got commissioned was for Chiefess Firewater, and I found this really great artist who does like this amazing magical girl style, and I love that aesthetic. I love that super girly, frilly magical girl look. I don't know why. It just appeals to me. It's like it pleases my eyes. And so as soon as I found this girl and I saw that she was, doing commissions, I was like, I gotta get one. She only had like 3 slots opened, and they filled up in like an hour, like less than an hour, I think. So I was super happy to get that. Actually, here, since we got screen share stuff going on, maybe I can open it up and share it with people. I'll show you. I don't know if you've seen the finished one yet. Let's see. Let's go to Pineapple Pizza Man. Is it in this? No, it would be in commissions. Commissions, and here we go. So here's the piece that I got commissioned. It's of Chiefess Firewater and her alter ego Nina. Look at that! Isn't that gorgeous?
That is really, really pretty.
Right? It's super, super pretty.
Look at how cute she looks.
Right? So cute. And then she's got, after she transforms into Chiefess Firewater, she did the whole Chiefess doing like this action.
That's really pretty.
Right?
And she's barefoot.
Of course. She's always barefoot.
Yeah.
That's her thing.
Yes.
Just for you. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
I love Chiefess Firewater. Like great big, like 7-foot tall Amazonian magical girl, Native American magical girl. I love it. It's such a fun dynamic. And the backstory for Chiefess Firewater is super fun. I really can't wait to get into that. I actually think I might do it as like a side story that if we hit like a certain point on the Indiegogo funding, I'll add that into the back of like issue 1 or something like that, or maybe for issue 2. Maybe we'll do something else for issue 1. I don't know.
But I love Chiefess Firewater. Ever since Theron introduced this idea for the character and I designed her, like I've just been wanting to do more and more with her because I think she's super super fun. Because she's got this duality, not just in like in the her appearance, you know, because she's like, you know, blonde, white, you know, bookish kind of shy girl, and then she transforms and becomes this like tall, dark, like Amazonian, like super boisterous and like energetic. I just really love that dynamic, you know. But she's still the same person inside, but it's like two sides of her personality. Like it just like awakens her. So I'm super excited about Chiefess Firewater. She doesn't come in until issue 2 of Pineapple Pizza Man, but I think people will like her. I really like her, so I think that's a good sign.
Sweet. Sweet.
Yeah, boy.
Hold on, let me grab another sip.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, I just remembered. Thanksgiving's over, so guess what? It's Christmas time.
It's Christmas time.
It's Christmas time. Now I'm gonna celebrate. Now I'm gonna be obnoxious. No, things have to go in order. First candy, then turkey, then crema.
See, for us, it's actually kind of the reverse. It's actually first turkey, then candy, then crema.
Regardless, there needs to be like time given to each day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Like, for us Canadians, we get to go like straight from candy to crema.
But I actually liked it. For us, it's candy, turkey, crema.
I agree. I think that's better. I think it is.
You know, because it's like you're still looking good in the summer, and then you get to start eating candy, and that starts to layer the winter flub, and then it brings you into Thanksgiving that just like finalizes that you're gonna be fat until the spring. And then like Christmas season is like there's always cookie. Well, no, I'm looking pretty great these days.
Yeah, I'm working hard at it though.
Yeah. Oh no, I definitely put a lot of effort.
You got it, man. You got to. Like otherwise, like man, it sneaks up on you.
Yeah, I like doing nice. Oh wait, Pickle said I still don't have my own comic in my hands. You will, sir. You will.
Oh man, I'm so excited for you when you get that, Pickles, because it is such a good feeling. Like Juanpool isn't even my comic. Like I'm just publishing it. But even as the publisher, I'm like super super stoked on it.
It's an amazing feeling, man. Amazing.
Yeah. I can't express how much it gets to you.
Right?
I'm so excited to get Pineapple Pizza Man. Like I've sent out for the proof for the Kablam proof, for the rough. Like I haven't even finished the book, but I decided to just go out and print a proof for the rough so I can see how everything's lining up, see if I need to make any changes once I go through the inking and coloring. But like even then, like I'm just like super super excited to get that in my hands. The next round of Juanpool prints, Juanpool proofs for Kablam will be arriving somewhere around December 14th, and then probably a couple days later, the Pineapple Pizza Man one. So, and a fun thing we're gonna do with the Pineapple Pizza Man one is we are going to be holding an auction for the very first issue, the very first printing of the rough copy version of Pineapple Pizza Man. And this is a copy that I'm going to be marking up with red ink. I'm going to be like drawing in it, making notes and all that. So it's going to be quite the collector's item. So keep an eye out on that. It's going to be
sweet. Very
It's like,
sweet.
I'm gonna mark it up. I'm gonna get all the notes I need out of it, you know, and then it's going up for auction. That's it. You know, I'm not gonna keep it. That's gonna be someone else's collectible, not mine. Well, why not? Why not? I think it'll be fun, right? Somebody's gonna want that. I mean, I've always been a huge fan of like behind the scenes stuff. So, you know, when it comes to comic books, like it doesn't get more behind the scenes than that, you know, like a full printed issue of the rough version with notes. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'd be pretty excited about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe I should sign a copy and give it out for a raffle.
Sign a copy and raffle it? Yeah, man. Don't go for it. I love that stuff. I can always send you another one.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna be sending you a bunch of other ones.
No, I know. No, we talked it all out. I want the pink box. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what, dude, I haven't had a nice drink in a while.
Right? Me neither. My fiance is already drunk. She's not very good at regulating her alcohol intake, so she kind of drank a little too much right off the bat.
Oh no.
This is what happens when I don't mix her drinks for her.
Oh no. Oh no.
I imagine she's probably got even less of a tolerance than I do. That's
I don't have that big of a tolerance. I don't like.
Me neither.
I don't know.
Well, the trick is to not drink too often, and then you won't build up a tolerance.
Right. So you can actually get drunk without having to like get
spend
sloshed.
a shitload of money.
Yeah.
That's the thing I hate about like building up a tolerance is like the cost. I remember I had this friend in college, Felipe. I love the guy. He's so funny, and he's a great guy too. But like he had such a high tolerance for alcohol, he had to spend a friggin' fortune to actually get drunk. He had to have like a 24-pack of beer all to himself just to get like a little bit of a buzz. It was crazy. I'm like, that's so expensive. I can't do that.
Man, when I used to be younger, I used to get 30 racks like every other day. Put them in my fridge, man.
That's right.
I had a Jaeger tap. You know,
yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, I had a Jaeger tap.
That's pretty cool.
At my best, which I also call my worst.
Naturally.
I would get up at like 7 in the morning so I could start taking ice cold shots, and I would get pissed drunk. Ooh. And I would stop at like 9:30 and start to like eat food and sober up and take a shower, so I would be sober for work at noon.
Bro, that's rough.
And then I would tattoo all day, sweat it out, right? And as soon as work was over, go to like a bar. As soon as the bar closed, go to someone's house. What? Those were the days. Those were the days.
That doesn't sound like a good day to me, man. That sounds like a nightmare.
But I mean, but I lived the life. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the first time I did it, that sucked. But, you know, when that's your daily schedule for a few months, you're like, oh, dude, it's Monday. We're going to Paretti's house.
You get into a rhythm.
Yeah. Like you wake up, you look at your roommate. He's like, oh, I'll get the shot glasses.
I get that because I used to be in a couple of punk bands in high school. And like one of the guy in one of the bands, like he was all about the lifestyle more than he was about the music. Although I think he's more about the music now than he is about the lifestyle. I don't know. I haven't really touched base with him in a long time. But yeah, man, like you could see it with him too. Like I was the straight and narrow guy. Like I was the straight laced dude. Like I barely drank at all, if ever, while I was in high school. And it was like, but you saw like the other guys in the band, like they were just like every show, every time we played anywhere, like it was just constantly drinking and doing stuff like that. And it was interesting being the straight and narrow guy in a punk band who doesn't drink.
I've known a lot of people that try to get into tattooing because they wanted the lifestyle, and they usually didn't go very far.
Yeah, no, I don't imagine they would. Like, you got to have a passion for your work,
and you have to put the time in. What I always tell, like anytime I've had apprentices, I always remind them, you're only going to get out of this what you put in.
Exactly. And I think that's true for the comic world as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we
like, I do admit I probably could be putting more in, but
well, you're
my excuse is always going to be the same. Like I have to tattoo first.
Yeah.
You know, my life is tattoo, and then when I have time, do comics.
Yeah,
because until comics gives me what tattooing does, I gotta stay tattooing.
Yeah, so you're stretched pretty thin. Like, I get that. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna really fault you for that for the most part. You know, because at the end of the day, like you gotta pay the bills. It's just like me with animation. Like, I that's gotta be my focus for the most part. And then you know, I work my 9 to 5s, and then I can come home and work on comic stuff if I have the energy for it.
Plus, like I still have to make art to grow my platform.
Exactly.
Because I'm pretty much just straight art. I'm very proud of me, dude. I'm very proud of me.
I am too. I'm liking the
enthusiasm and the energy that you're putting out lately.
You know, I like to just put out art. I have a lot of old art I want to start posting. That usually does really good.
Actually, since you've been posting some of that older art, it's kind of got me kind of wanting to check into some of my older stuff too.
Hey, definitely do it. It's good to see your progress.
Right? Plus, like, there's a lot of stuff that because there's a lot of stuff I got unfinished. I have so much unfinished art. It's ridiculous. But like stuff that is close enough to finish that it wouldn't take a whole lot of effort to get it over the line. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I totally get it.
Like, I got that Mass Effect comic strip that I was talking about earlier. I've got like some Invader Zim art. I've got this like fan art piece of the manga version of the Fantastic Four, which I always thought was pretty cool. I thought it was a really fun idea, but like, man, they could have done so much more with it.
Yeah.
Because it was like Fantastic Four, but with kaiju. That's dope. I love kaiju.
To be honest, I don't get much mainstream stuff anymore.
I don't really get much of any mainstream stuff. I pretty much am buying only manga and indie books lately. Because indie books is offering me something that the mainstream books haven't been able to offer me in a really long time, and that's something new. And manga is just like an absolute guilty pleasure.
Well, see, my beef with the big publishers is they failed at passing the mantles down throughout time. So when they finally started passing the mantles down, who they chose was a huge shock to the system. When if they would have been passing the mantle down, it would have been more of, oh, this is a bad run. I almost want to compare it to like Doctor Who.
Okay.
You know, where it's like, oh, this was just a bad Doctor. The next one, we'll give it another chance.
Right.
You know,
like if you didn't like the Christopher Eccleston, you know, you would have the other guy. What's his face? The one that
I know who you're talking about.
I can't remember his name.
I do know who you're talking about.
Normally it's the other way around, and I can remember that guy's name, but not Christopher Eccleston.
You know, the British guy.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
The guy who was the villain, the purple man on Jessica Jones. What's his face?
That guy. But I don't know. And me personally, even if they were writing things in a good way with characters I did like, I'm very bored of the same character doing something over and over again.
Yeah.
And I might get killed for it. So don't get me wrong. I like Peter Parker, but like, how much more are you gonna write of him?
No, see, I totally get that though.
And I don't mean that like, oh, I hate him, you stop using them. More like, at what point do you conclude a story?
Yeah.
You know, like a story needs to have a beginning, an arc, and then an end to close it out. And I can say the same thing about every character, you know, and then there's certain characters that you don't need a pass a mantle, like let's say a Wolverine. Like, you don't need to have a new Wolverine. You just always have the legacy of Wolverine.
Yeah, that's one of the things that actually drew me to Theron's vision of Pineapple Pizza Man, because he actually has an actual idea for an ending for the story of Pineapple Pizza Man. You know, like he doesn't just go on forever over, like, you know, never endingly, you know, having adventures. Like he has an end. I like that.
Right.
You know, and it, you know, it'll probably take us a little while to get there, but I think it's a really interesting end too.
Right. And then also, you know, if I'm going to continue to criticize mainstream comics, they're not going with the best version of their new characters. So that new Miles Morales game, that looks hot. That looks fire. I think I'd like it better if it was Miles from the Spider-Verse movie. I really liked that version of Miles.
Dude, I'm so glad that
like I really connected with that. Like that whole opening sequence when he went through slapping 5 and the music was playing, it was like Hood. I never understood what people meant when they said see yourself in something. But that I've literally done that.
See,
like I think that Spanish kid that came through, like, yo, what's up, dog? Oh, damn, she liked me. Oh, whoa. See, and it was like really fleshed out well. Like he was a good, like this is a Puerto Rican kid in the hood.
See, this is where I have to disagree with you, because I don't think it's because he's like you that it works.
No, I get you.
Because like he's nothing like me. Like I am as far removed from the character of Miles Morales, from the setting, from the tone, from the background, anything. And I loved it, and I connected with it. It speaks to something that's more true, you know, to the human condition.
Like even his relationship with his dad.
Absolutely.
Like that was me and my dad. Like my dad was tough love dad. Like it was perfect. And you're right. It isn't like I didn't like it because I saw myself in it. But I'll rephrase it to I understand the feeling of seeing yourself in something.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I get that.
You know, although I also really, really liked Spider-Gwen in that. And clearly I'm nothing like Spider-Gwen.
All right. Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, getting back to the chat. My Pickles says, I still don't have my comic in my hands. We already saw that. I think I'd break down. Definitely getting the Weldon cover framed. Are you talking about the one with like the whole group of indies? Because I know that when I get that cover, I'm going to get 2 copies, and I'm going to frame both the front and the back because I love that.
That came out really great.
It looks so good, and he had Pineapple Pizza Man in there, like, which is just like my heart, But my goal is to make sure that Pineapple Pizza Man issue 1 gets out to print before that issue comes out, because I don't want the very first in-print appearance of Pineapple Pizza Man to be someone else's comic. It's got to be ours. It's got to be.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just helping to motivate me to move forward on it a little faster. You know what I mean?
Juanpool debuted in a Tim Lim comic.
That's true.
Before he ever was published. I'm very proud of that.
Tim Lim's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
I love
his characters are hidden in my comic too.
Yep.
It's a very likewise thing. I love doing that. I absolutely love adding other people's characters. Let me know if you ever want to have your character somewhere in the background of Juanpool. I'll find a way to get them in. I'm actually pretty good at getting tiny little things in. I think that might be one of my favorite parts of doing a page, like sneaking in Easter eggs.
It's a lot of fun.
Unfortunately, I haven't had a whole lot of opportunities for Easter eggs in Pineapple Pizza Man issue 1 so far.
You gotta be crafty.
Yeah, you do. You don't want to make it too like overt or obvious.
Like if you look on the very first page of Juanpool 1, Juanpool has a replica of Red Ninja Momiji's sword on his cabinet.
That's one I didn't know about. Armand Strange has just joined the chat. He says, "Hey, Primo." And he says,
"Hey, Primo, how you doing?"
It's good to see you, Armand.
Always a pleasure.
Very nice. Dude, we've been going like 2.5 hours.
But we've been drinking and drawing the whole time.
I'm like kind of drunk to draw. Sorry.
You're too drunk to draw, man.
Well, I don't drink that much, so I'm like getting fucked up.
There's no such thing as too drunk to draw.
You don't know me very well.
I think I know you pretty good.
Yeah, you do know pretty good.
I've actually animated drunk before.
It's actually pretty good. It keeps you loose.
I don't do much drunk. I don't know. I'm not like I'm not. All right, so I would say I'm functional enough, but it gets a certain point where I'm like, oh, I don't want to draw. I'm lazy.
Oh, it kind of makes you a little more slovenly.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm a messy fucking bitch, bro. All right. All right. So
all right.
that happens sometimes.
We're very different drunks then, because I actually kind of get like a lot of energy when I drink.
No, I mean I get energy, but it's just one of those. So like right now, if I started drawing, I'd probably keep like starting over because I don't have the correct focus. Like that brain isn't turned on right now.
Right.
And I recognize that. I know myself very well.
Yeah. No, I actually probably would do worse if I was sober. It keeps me loose. It keeps me loose, man. You want to be loose when you're drawing.
My best way to draw, I hate to say it, smoke some weed. And I will destroy any drawing on the spot.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. But that's what I've been doing since I was a kid. Like I used to be part of like a graffiti / art group.
I can see
and that's what we do. We'd get together, we'd smoke, we'd break dance, we'd draw in our books, and then we'd go somewhere and find somewhere to like try to do graffiti because we didn't have the right stuff to do it good.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What's the right stuff for graffiti? I gotta know.
Well, I mean, it's just about the quality of paint you get, and more importantly, like the caps to be able to do like different sizes.
Caps?
Like the caps that you spray down, that you push down.
Oh.
So basically the nozzle.
I see.
So different nozzles give you different spray outs.
Gotcha.
And
It's like the difference between like a hard brush,
exactly.
soft brush.
So I mean, like you go into, like you've used airbrush, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a difference between soft airbrush and hard airbrush.
Gotcha.
So that would be your caps. I used to be a lot better when I was in high school, actually.
You know what's crazy is like, man, what was I gonna say? Graffiti artists tend to be amazing artists, like in general. Like they're really good generalists. We had this graffiti artist in my animation class, and he was without a doubt the best artist in the entire class. Like nobody could hold a candle to him. He was amazing and super humble too, but like he'd never really done like animation or anything like that. Like he just come off of like he just does graffiti. And I saw some of his graffiti around Toronto, like just like riding the subway, and in like one point or something, I think I was hanging out with him and a group of other people, and he pointed out like one of the pieces that he did, like one of the big murals. And holy shit, it was amazing, dude. Like I couldn't imagine doing that stuff. Like I've been pretty much like solely digital for a really long time, and like I just couldn't imagine like you could get that kind of detailed work from just like spray cans. You know what I mean?
I only went digital. I want to say like 3-4 years ago. Basically, almost around the time I met you.
Oh yeah.
A little bit before that is when I went digital. The winter before I met you.
No
is when I bought my iPad. Same ones I'm using.
Is that how we're measuring time now? Before Josh? BJ?
Yeah.
BJ? Oh wait.
BJ, yes. This is my life, BJ. Thank you. That's canon. That's canon. This is my life. That's canon now. This is my life, BJ.
I fucked up.
Yeah, you fucked up, Holmes. You fucked up, Holmes.
Oh no.
But before then, no bullshit. I was like one of those really pretentious, if anybody uses digital, you're really just cheating. You don't know how to do art for real. Because I only did like physical traditional art. You know, I drew everything out with a pencil, then I put it on a light box, and I'd go over it with inking pens. And then I was a douche. But I was a douche that could do it really, like everything I do now digitally, I was really good at doing traditionally.
Right.
In fact, I accredit my ability to do it traditionally to why I adapted so quick to it digitally, because I had already like kind of self-taught myself on Photoshop.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, dude, Procreate is Photoshop.
Yeah, basically. But
well, at least the very first version of it was Photoshop Lite.
Yeah.
And
I've actually been on Photoshop since the mid like the late 90s.
Damn.
I had Photoshop 3.0 from my grandpa. My grandpa really likes computers, and he really likes to teach himself stuff. He's always learning. He's 101 right now. And
holy hell.
Yeah. He's hanging in there. He's a tough guy. He's been exercising his entire life. And got a lot of respect for him. I love my grandpa. He's an amazing man. He's got quite the life. He has had quite the life. It's really interesting. I'll have to go over it sometime. But like he's always been like fiddling around with like various programs on the computer, teaching himself stuff, and every once in a while he'll like he'll have like an older version of a program that he's been playing with, and he'll just give it to me. And one of those was Photoshop 3.0.
Bro, you just basically told me your grandfather was born before they invented cars. That's crazy.
Well, yeah.
What did you say? 101?
101.
That's 1919.
Yeah.
Bro.
He was a dance instructor.
Dude. No, like my mind is blown right now because dog, he was born before cars.
Yeah.
What? Holy hell. Oh, dude, why would you tell me right now that I've been drinking? My mind's like fucking a nuclear bomb just like exploded in my mind. Like I can't, like I'm struggling to comprehend. Like obviously I get it, you know, but it's like, man, when you really stop to play the time game.
Oh yeah.
Like Jesus.
I love listening to his stories. Like whenever we go.
Oh my God, how many presidents has he gone through?
All of them.
Holy, oh my God.
No, we have prime ministers here.
Oh yeah, the prime minister.
Oh no, man, he's
as
great.
As per tradition, I love it.
Hopefully, you'll get to meet him at the wedding. He's great. Oh my God, dude! At my sister's wedding, he gave like the most heartfelt speech I've ever heard in my life. I was bawling like a baby. It was ridiculous. And then he got my my grandpa from my dad's side to come up with him, and they sang a song together. Holy shit, my heart was just like crushed. It was beautiful. It was beautiful, man.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
Oh man.
I didn't think that would be like a big, like huge revelation.
That's huge to me, dude. That's huge. 101?
Yeah.
That's huge. Bro, like I feel like if I meet him, I'm supposed to go on some RPG quest after that.
What?
Because it's like I've just met like the wisest sage. Like he's the human equivalent to Yoda right now in my mind.
Kind of, yeah.
Like 101, you reach so good, you will not look. like I want like wisdom now from this man. Like he's got to have like the greatest wisdom. Like he's literally seeing the world shape itself.
Pretty much, yeah. He I don't know about like the wisdom, but like I know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know about like.
That came out funny though. That came out really funny.
I don't know about sharing wisdom, but he'll definitely be able to share like some really interesting stories. That is a fact. I love like I never really like ask him directly about them, but like he'll start going off and telling stories about like, you know, his time growing up and in the war and all that stuff, and like it's just like I can't help but listen in on whatever he's talking about, because it's just like really fascinating, and like just how different everything was back then. Like he would like my uncle he's been like collecting all of the data of like our history, of our family history, and like you see some of these like old pictures that he's been able to collect, and it's just unreal. Like it's like everyone from back then looked like homeless people now. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like it's wild, man. Like you would have like these family photos, and it's like 30 friggin' people. You know, like they had babies.
Yeah, they did.
Like they got down, man. They didn't mess around.
They didn't at all. Like, oh man, your grandfather was alive for all 3 Back to the Future movies.
I see what you did there.
That's awesome.
All right, I gotta go get another drink. I'll be back.
Do it up. Do it up. I'm sorry, folks. I really take it back. That's 101. That's so 1919. I wonder if 1920. Well, it was 1919 as bad as 2020, but in their terms, that would be really funny to me. If like I might have to look that up just to see, because this year has kind of been like Jesus, what the fuck? And I can't stress that enough. This year has really been like a what the fuck kind of year. But I mean, we're all trying to make it through it, right? Hopefully next year's a little bit better. But at least in the meantime, it's finally Christmas time. So at least there's that. And tomorrow I gotta go get a tree because I want to decorate my tree. Because now it's finally the time to do it. What's tomorrow? Black Friday? Yeah, I work. That sucks. But I mean, whatever. I'm just rambling now because I'm waiting for Josh. That's awesome. It is. That is so long. Oh, pickles. It is so long. You feel me, right? It's like, geez, man, what the hell? Like 1919, dude, that's a lot. That's a lot. A lot of things happened from then to now, and that's just really blowing my mind. Because whenever you do the time game, you realize a lot of things ended up being invented and implicated in a very small period of time. And I don't know. That's to me, that's cool. 101. Yeah, I dig that. That's awesome. Man, I really do wish I knew what to draw though. Like I kind of want to draw something, but I don't know. Right now, I've kind of been drinking a lot, but I've been having a lot of fun with you guys, and I really do thank everybody that's been with us, hanging out. I don't drink very often, so this is a very good occasion. And even though it's 15 minutes past, well, like 17 minutes past Thanksgiving, I still am very thankful for everybody that joined us tonight, and to everybody that backed up my book and made it possible. Thank you. Wow, this guy's taking forever to get his drink, huh? I've never seen such a long pause. Because I am actually absolutely awful at holding a stream by myself. Because I never, ever, 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 ever know what to say. And I always feel like I'm just rambling. But at the same time, I feel if I stop talking, the awkward pauses would be even worse. So I just keep it going. Do you hear this man in the background? I hear this man in the background.
What's up?
Thank God. I suck at holding an audience by myself.
Well, Humble Marty's telling me that it's never too early to draw Christmas. Are you ragging on Christmas? What's wrong with you?
No. I think because I was just saying I never know what to draw.
Well, we might have something in the works regarding Christmas. Wait.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, we got a new viewer right now. Gateway into Comics. Hey, man.
Hey.
Actually, Gateway, there's a little bit of an Easter egg. Pineapple Pizza Man that you might recognize. Just saying. Cryptic, isn't it?
I will say I think I might have to jump off soon.
What? And
well, we're hitting right now 2-hour 48-minute mark.
Oh shit, yeah. So we're at god, it's midnight. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to end it quickly. Not quickly, but like soon.
Yeah. I want to get up and get a tree tomorrow because I'm like that.
A tree tomorrow, like no sooner does Thanksgiving end. You're just like, let's go.
Oh, but that's how it is. See, like I said, I had my turkey. I'm very satisfied. Oh, wait, I have a plate. Should I eat it now or should I save it? Oh, I totally forgot I have food. Oh, man, I love Thanksgiving.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, it's 5:20 a.m. for pickles.
Woo, that is early, dude.
What?
Gateway into Comics says pineapple or bust. Yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about.
I like pineapple, but not on pizza.
Oh, he says Nick Reicade is going over Sidney Powell's second lawsuit right now. Nice. That all that U.S. election stuff is fucking wild.
I don't know anything about it. I checked out. I don't care. I don't care. Fuck the government.
It's
Fuck
wild.
all of them.
It's wild, man. I've been following that stuff. It's crazy town.
Like I said, man, at this point in my life, fuck the government, both sides, fuck them all. I don't care. Fuck all of them. They all fucking suck.
What do you think, man? I think this is turning out pretty good. With
I think that's great. I like your line weight a lot.
Yeah, the thick line on the outside
Yep.
really does something.
Yes. It really highlights certain parts and gives it a depth. I approve. Move over slightly so that I can see the moon more on her shirt.
Yes.
Ha! You made a butt.
I was wondering if anybody was going to notice that.
I love it. That is good stuff right there. It's a butt. I know when I see a butt.
Humble Marty says it's cute.
It is cute. It's very cute. I should have drawn something cute tonight.
Next time you do cute and I'll do something badass and cute.
A kid. Yeah, I went for kid. It's not my fault. I mean, I was due drawing a Juanpool.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, new Juanpool drawing is overdue, man.
It was overdue.
The people need their Juanpool, man.
I know.
I'm the number one fan. I feel like I've had withdrawal symptoms.
But you know, I've always been very reclusive drawing Juanpool.
Oh yeah.
If you really look at it, I don't draw him that often.
No way.
No. I like him to have that kind of mystique. For as much as a goofy character as him can have, I always go to draw other things more. Plus, I tend to draw him more when I'm pushing him.
Right. Like contextual.
Yeah. If not, then I'll always stick with whoever my persona is. And my voice just cracked.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I was going to hook up my old computer today so I can track down some of my old artworks.
Yes, Humble Marty, it is a full moon. That is indeed a butt.
That's a good one. Yeah, but it's Moon Girl, so I mean...
And it's a full moon. Dude, that's a total butt. I love it. Like, I was looking at it for a bit, and I was like, hey.
It's kind of like if Moon Girl like goes through her growth spurt and she gets her big boobs all of a sudden, and then it's just like, oh shit, my costume doesn't work anymore because now it just looks like I'm Butt Girl.
It's just a butt.
That's not a moon, that's a butt. And then some other kid chimes in and he's just like, it's a full moon.
She's very cute. I like her glasses a lot.
Oh yeah, I love doing that like super big rim with like the little teeny tiny.
It's cute. It's very cute.
It makes it a lot cuter, doesn't it? Right?
It gives her personality. I wish. See me when it comes to once again the big publishers. I would be okay to lose the badass to get cute.
Yeah, I think there's a balance to be found.
But not like obnoxious cute either.
What would be obnoxious cute to you?
I'm trying to pick my words right. So like obnoxious cute would be, you know, you're not actually going for cute. You're going for spiteful, sarcastic.
Oh. like a Lumberjanes kind of thing.
Something like that, where your point isn't to provide cute for people that want to see cute, but rather to sugarcoat spiteful commentary, regardless of what it is you're speaking on.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. That makes sense.
You know, that stuff I don't like. When your work is based off of something like that, it doesn't translate good. And don't get me wrong, in my work, I bag on stuff, but I never go for malicious.
Yeah.
I go for funny and deeper message.
Right.
And I don't ever try to take myself serious when I'm writing Juanpool for certain scenes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When I'm delivering those parody punchlines, I tend not to take myself serious. It's, you know, like some of the other scenes in Juanpool where I'll get serious.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it does. It does. Absolutely. Humble Marty says, Obnoxious Cute is Magical Girl Friendship Squad. Oh my God, that show.
What is that?
Oh, you haven't seen that? It is the worst piece of animated content I've ever seen in my life. It is awful. It is like it's basically like a magical girl show made by people who hate magical girls and magical girl fans.
Is that the one where it's like two grown women and they're just like very obnoxious?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I don't like stuff like that because it's like meant to be spiteful against something.
Yeah, it's very mean-spirited. Like it's not made out of joy or like fun. It's made because like they hate and they want to spread that hate. And this is like just another platform for them to spread that hate. I don't like that stuff, man. Like I want to have fun.
Hate's not good in either direction. Hopefully one day everybody learns that.
Hopefully.
But I don't ever try to come out like hateful against something. I like to bag on stuff. I like to rip on stuff, you know, but
yeah,
I like to put a message inside of the there is a political message in my comic. Unfortunately, I hate to say it.
Yeah, but like it's not mean-spirited.
No, and it's very
doesn't come across as mean-spirited. It comes across
very
as, like,
relatable. Like if you give it the chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like anybody's experience what Juanpool's experienced, and anybody can.
Right. And the thing is, with like Juanpool is like
you know who IRL Juanpool? Movie Bob. Poor Movie Bob had to protect himself because of that whole thing with that girl. I shouldn't even talk on it, but
I mean, I'm not gonna lie though, that was really, really, really funny.
Do you want to know something? Do you want to hear something? In all honesty, I actually felt bad for him.
Really?
I don't know. Like
he's been so awful.
He's a piece of shit. Like, and we're from the same place, me and him.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, we're local. But I don't know, dude. I have a wicked big heart.
You know what though? I have to admit, like I actually used to watch Movie Bob's content. His Comics Are Weird series, I thought was a lot of fun back in the day. But like with time, it just got progressively more mean-spirited.
It chasing a certain kind of culture will take you down if you were once based on fun.
Yeah, and that's what happened to him. Like he got fired from The Escapists.
He's Cinema Robert.
Cinema Robert.
He's Cinema Robert.
And
I don't know. Like I said, I kind of felt bad, but more on like I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it without sounding mean. But like, I don't know.
General empathy, I guess you could say.
Yeah, Yeah.
Like you could see how a normal person, not Bob, could fall into that sort of situation, right?
Yes.
Like, oh, I genuinely thought we were friends, and then it turns out that person is like, no, we were never
Like,
friends, and I never
kept,
thought of you as a friend. Like, I can see that, and that could hurt, but I don't think that's the situation here.
I don't know. Like, I kept thinking in my head, I was like, oh my God, I would be crying. Like, I would be, I would be on the other side of the computer screen, like, oh my God, are you serious? We're not friends.
Oh my goodness!
Like, oh no. And I mean, I'm sure there's more to it than that. But I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I felt bad, but you know what I mean? I guess
He
at
dug
the
his own
same
grave.
time, yeah, you know, like, yeah, what did they say in Batman Begins? It's not what's on the inside that counts. It's what you do that defines who you are. And believe it or
Yes.
not, I actually live by that statement.
I agree with that
I
statement.
live by that statement. I've never heard a truer like statement. Like, oh wow, that's way true. Like
It really
it's
is
super true. Like it's super true.
Absolutely. No,
Like
I'm completely on your side on that one.
You know, like, oh, you're a good girl. You weren't tonight. You know what I mean? It's one of those. Yeah. Oh my.
Speaking of people who you'd think would be good people but are actually terrible monsters, George Takei. He's awful.
I'm not gonna speak on celebrities anymore. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like celebrities should just all of them go away.
I follow the who was it that said it? I think it was.
They're very detached.
Snake Plissken. Who's the guy who plays Snake Plissken? What's his name?
Oh, Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Recently, he said something about how, like, yeah, we're just like a bunch of court jesters and dancing monkeys, and that's what we should concern our time with, is being the dancing monkeys and the court jesters, because that's what we're good at. That's what we do. And all that other stuff is like none of our business.
Look,
I love that.
They had it the best in Shakespeare times, where they treated actors like shit.
Agreed. As soon as we started paying them like loads and loads of money to be doing their thing, like that's where everything fell to shit.
Like shut up. You're pretending to be something so that I'm entertained after I worked all day.
Yeah. Look at that. I got my inks done. Not too shabby.
And not to say, like, I don't appreciate, like, good acting. I really like good acting. I used to love movies. But they're all very boring and follow very similar structures.
Yeah.
And I still really want my wicked good female main character movie.
You know what kills me about movies nowadays is how little creativity there is in them. You know what I mean? Like, Hollywood doesn't seem to have any original ideas. Like, they keep going to like the comic book industry and like just mining whatever comic book of the day is available, right?
Well, in my opinion, Endgame should have been the end of Marvel movies.
It also should have been the best of the Marvel movies, but it was not even close. And honestly, like, in my personal opinion,
look,
the inclusion of Captain Marvel in Endgame was the single worst idea they could have possibly implemented. She killed that movie.
My opinion on Captain Marvel, when it comes to that, where I say it was a bad idea, not so much because of her participation, which I will always remind everybody, she was not part of the Infinity War. She wasn't part of it. I think that it was just a stupid move. I'm more angry that it was a stupid strategic move, because you want to build her for what happens after Endgame. Because if you're gonna have a huge gap of a lot of actors that aren't returning. Thus, a lot of characters aren't returning.
Yeah.
And you'd want to save something like a Captain Marvel to restart this next big arc.
Exactly. Plus, the way that they used her in the movie, she was basically a living, breathing Deus Ex Machina. You know, like basically their own personal get out of jail free card.
Right.
When they couldn't think of any other way to get out of whatever perilous situation they're in, they're just like, oh, and then Captain Marvel shows up, saves the day, hooray! You know, and it just felt cheap. It felt extraordinarily cheap because, like,
well, I mean, they built her to be stronger than Thanos, which isn't something I'm angry about. Because because I saw somebody make the argument and they convinced me, not that the character's good, but that she could have been stronger than him. So I'll accept it. But that's where my criticism gets worse. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing wrong with establishing a character to be stronger than the main villain. That's why Future Trunks didn't show up on Namek. He showed up in the Android Saga. Because if he showed up on Namek, he would have just killed Frieza without trying, and we would have lost the whole Goku becoming Super Saiyan. So there's nothing wrong with a character being naturally stronger than your big bad. But if they're that much stronger, then you don't put them with that big bad because it's just an imbalance.
Right.
You don't want to.
You have to have your
in the finale. You have to make it so that Thanos isn't losing to the very fucking end.
Yeah.
You have to show.
It has to be
what I really yearned for was the fight with Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, and Cap.
Yes.
Against I feel that it's still for as cheap as it is, they should have at least been able to start weakening him down in that 4-on-1 fight. That's what we should have seen.
And that would be balanced because, like, they're not strong enough unless they're together. And that's the thing, is that, like, you've had like 10 years, literally 10 years of growing up with these characters and following their exploits to this point, and you want the people who struggle and overcome and succeed to be the characters that you've grown up with. But instead what they did was they took this brand new character that just showed up in her own movie just before this movie.
Well, and
then she was basically like the linchpin to everything, and it like that kind of like takes away from your investment.
I see a lot of people got criticisms for Captain Marvel, and a lot of them I agree with too. My biggest criticism of Captain Marvel was it was set in the wrong time period, because all of that happening would substantially affect the world in a way that it clearly didn't.
Yes.
Because there's no way. I mean, first and foremost, in Captain Marvel, they were calling themselves S.H.I.E.L.D., and that's incorrect according to canon. Because the running gag was that they, we're the homelands, and you know what I mean. They dragged out the name every time and got criticized. So they shouldn't be calling themselves S.H.I.E.L.D. Two, the Captain Marvel movie would have worked much better post Endgame because she would have had way more access to much more progressed Earth technology to make contact back with the Kree.
Well, see, I never actually saw Captain Marvel.
It was what you call it. All right. So my rating for Captain Marvel was, if it was by itself its own movie, it's boring generic.
Right.
When you put it into the greater Marvel universe, it doesn't fit. because it's clearly written at the very end of the storyline when it's supposed to be at the very, one of the more beginning stories. Clearly, Captain America's frozen throughout this story, but this should be one of the more earlier dated stories in the timeline.
Right.
And they just didn't make things consistent, so that threw it off. Some of the action scenes were really cool, though.
Yeah, but that's
I can't even take that away. Like, some of the action scenes were actually really cool. The soundtrack was dumb. I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't a shit show. It really wasn't a shit show, but it didn't fit right. And like I said, the timeline was way too off. They needed to have that post so that she started to be the flagship character.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could have even, started having, if you really, really wanted to do it, have the culmination be you make a new Avengers around her.
Yeah.
And then you flesh it to be
sense.
good. And another thing I think would have helped the Captain Marvel movie is if it wasn't just men telling her she couldn't do it. I feel the character would have really benefited from everyone telling her she couldn't do it.
Yeah, that just made the message like,
you know what I mean? Like, I think it would have been very powerful if, like, Carol was bullied by other girls in school too. If her mom told her that she needed to be more feminine, you know what I mean? Because then it would have been a story of overcoming all the dissenting voices,
right.
which is way more relatable. Because then men are like, bro, my mom used to get on me.
Yeah, it's not just like the Nike commercial. Anything
exactly.
I could do better.
Because you don't want to make a competition. You want to get everyone to love your flagship character.
Yeah.
I think Brie Larson would have been better used if they would have appealed to her glamour side.
Like her Miss Marvel days kind of thing?
Well, no. I mean, like, Brie Larson can be very beautiful when they plan on her being very beautiful.
Yeah.
I think the suit could have been better fitting to her figure. It could have been more flattering.
Definitely.
I think it was the way it was loosely fitting didn't do her justice and made her made fun of unfairly.
It looked frumpy. That's the word I would use.
Well, no, but what I don't like is that it ended up getting her made fun of, and you know what I mean? That's not exactly fair.
No, I'm not saying that to be like.
No. I know you didn't. That's one of my things that I'm saying.
Like, I'm actually one of the few people that actually agrees with you that she's actually a very attractive lady. But like, I just think that they kind of went like out of their way to make her less attractive than she actually is.
Right. And I don't know. They needed to make her with her own movie starting over, like I said, starting over the MCU.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that she didn't awkwardly just get thrown in.
Yeah.
But on that, I think I might have to say, I think I might need to get off now because it's actually 1:45 almost.
Whoo-wee. I'm just starting the flats.
Oof. I am ready to go to bed.
I'm not a fast artist, but you know what? I got to this point pretty quick, all things considered. I'm pretty proud of this. I can do it. All right. Yeah. You want to get some sleep?
Yeah, I need to start getting off.
Yeah, I got work in the morning. I better do the same. But I'm in art mode now. Goddamn. No, worst possible time to be in art mode.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think it's time for me to get off.
All right, man. Well, you know what? This was a lot of fun. We should definitely do more art streams together because I really like this.
Yeah, this was fun. I probably won't get plastered so I can actually draw, and I'll have a plan. No, that's another thing too. I didn't go in with a plan.
Absolutely. Well, next time we'll have a plan, and we won't get plastered. I might drink a little bit. We'll see. I don't know. It seems to work for me. Keeps me loose.
I'm pretty fucked up. I'm about to go eat a plate of like Thanksgiving food.
All right. Well, if anybody's still here, My Pickles and Humble Marty looks like they're still here. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for hanging out and interacting with us. We always appreciate that. We hope you enjoyed our first drink and draw stream. And I'm going to try and finish this up for tomorrow maybe, and I'll post it on Twitter and whatnot. So thanks again, guys. Make sure to check out Troy Torres at MRMVQ Boy on Twitter, and me at Josh Animate. If you're not subscribed, make sure you please subscribe so you can get in on this fun live stream action the next time. All right. Troy, thank you very much. It was a pleasure. It was a lot of fun.
It was mine.
All right. Well, have a good night, and everybody else have a good night. And make sure to check out Pineapple Pizza Man when it launches. Take care, everyone.
Night.
Endo streamo.